You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. Welcome in. Hope everybody had a good weekend, as we have a doozy lined up for you here this afternoon. We are monitoring the World Cup. Messi does it again. 2 goals today. Sweating out a bet, Bear. I parlayed Argentina and France, who plays Iraq later today. Got my 30% profit boost over on FanDuel. So
they're going to run through Iraq like the Bush boys?
I hope so. It's the plan. They better.
Is Messi the second greatest soccer player to ever live?
No, he's the best. He's the best.
And Pele.
What's your argument for Pele?
Same as Jordan against LeBron. He's the original GOAT for me. Pele is more comps to like Bill Russell, though. If
how
we're
so?
being honest. It's a different era.
Mm-hmm.
He was the greatest of his era.
What makes him the greatest of his era?
Nobody could stop him. He was the number 1 player in the world from Brazil.
You did get that he's from Brazil. I like that. But
he was the only soccer player that any American kid knew growing up. I'm a lying, Bob.
Maradona.
And we weren't growing up in Maradona. We were already adults when Maradona had his run. That was in the 90s.
Oh, you know what I was thinking of? I was mixing him up. There was another guy.
You can't remember his name. The only one you remember is Pele.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
Because in America, soccer used to not be a thing.
No, this dude's on a different level. He's like clairvoyant or something, like sees stuff before it happens. Like, go back and watch his first goal today. And it's like, why would you run to that spot? Like, why would you go there? And if you're Austria, like, why wouldn't you notice that the best player in the world is just by himself in front of it's
kind of like leaving Randy Moss uncovered on the end of the field. I feel like you got to account for the other team's best player.
It's pretty nuts. Kind of like this Dusty May guy. You settle into June here. We got the NBA draft tomorrow night, and you think, well, college basketball is going to go on the back burner for the next couple of months, and then just decides to drop a bomb on all of us on a random June Monday.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere, man. It's
Bob, is there a worse time of the calendar for this to happen in Michigan?
No, I mean, I actually don't think it's that bad, though. They've already, I know players can now leave because of the window that'll be open, but he actually, put a roster together. I'd be surprised if they lose like all their players. I think it's probably better now than during the portal window.
Well, that school will buck up and like throw all their money behind, kind of like we did when Vitello left. It's like, okay, we got to hold this roster together anyway, make sure that these guys are getting paid. Like, JP Estrella took like $2 million to go play at Michigan. Like, the money doesn't go away just because the coach goes away.
You're still playing at one of the premier basketball schools in the country. They're going to get an A-lister, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, the question is, will they get will they go with an interim coach? I see where Mike Boynton, remember, he played at South Carolina, right?
I don't know. I just know he coached at Oklahoma State for a while.
That guy was from South Carolina. Like, do you give it to him on a interim? Are we going to Rodney Terry it with him, or do you? I mean, you call Billy Donovan, like, first and foremost, right? You make him tell you no. I mean, I think that's the first order of business. And maybe you feel out Nate Oates.
Oh, that would be delicious.
That's kind of what I'm hoping is happening.
See the Gumps get all destroyed.
There's so many subplots to this. I mean, I vote for the Billy Donovan one because that'll send the Kentucky fan base in a tailspin, because they're all of the mind that It's just a matter of time before they bring him in to replace Mark Pope. That wouldn't happen. Nate Oates would be another one. Nate Oates actually makes a little more sense. He's from Michigan originally, and he's always had an affinity for that school. He's been well known talking about that. So I don't know.
I do like the thought. Like Billy Donovan up there at Michigan, not going to have to deal with him that much. Maybe in the tournament, but it's not going to be twice a year. I don't want to see little Eddie Munster rolling in the TBA every year.
I hope they don't go and get our guy Josh Schertz, who we're stashing him, right? Hoping nobody notices that he's the heir apparent.
I was talking with some of the RTI guys about that today, because also Schertz has a really good relationship with Dusty May, as a matter of fact. And I don't think Michigan would do that. I think they're too arrogant. It feels like Schertz is they're not aiming high enough.
High profile enough.
Yeah, he's a hot commodity for sure, but he hasn't gotten a team to a Final Four or something like that. That's what Dusty May did, and that's what was attractive to Michigan. So I think it's going to be, they'll at least shoot for bigger names. We'll see if they can get one. They've got the money, though. They've, like Russ said earlier, they've proven that time and again.
And so the draft is tomorrow?
Yes, draft's tomorrow night.
Let's go Nate Ament.
Yeah.
And I saw a mock draft today that had the Mavs taking him at 10.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch. And we're going to talk tomorrow. Kevin Sweeney from Sports Illustrated will join us tomorrow, talking about all this. Because with Dusty May going to Dallas, now you could argue Dusty, I don't know, depends on how long they've been talking, but how much input does Dusty have in that draft pick tomorrow night at number 9? Because there's also rumors that they might trade down to Oklahoma City, who is looking to maybe go up a little. I can't help but think, would Dusty try to get a familiar face in there with the Axel Lendeborg? That's the only thing. But I saw the same thing about Nate projecting at 9. I mean, God, let's just get to it, because he's been bouncing all over the place in these mocks.
Yeah, that's what happens, though. I mean, just like the NFL draft and MLB for that matter. And I mean, it sounds like he's assured of going in the first round. It's just a matter of, is he going to be a lottery pick or not? And I would think going to the Mavs with that would be kind of cool.
Oh, it'd
with
be
the
great.
Kid from Duke there. I mean, all of a sudden they're a up and coming team.
No, and they've announced that they're gonna do everything they can to keep Kyrie Irving there too. So that
It'll be a pretty good team, pretty good core 3 right there.
Yeah.
What about is Acapara moving up?
Depends on where you look, but yeah, I mean, I've seen him. I've seen like the Spurs or the Celtics, or there's a bunch of teams that they keep kind of projecting him to. But yeah,
like he's going to get a pretty decent shot, right?
Yeah,
you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, the downside for him would be a 2-way deal, and that's not bad. I mean, just get drafted, man. That's the key thing right now.
Who's our other? I'm blanking. Who's the other guy we have draftable besides Ament and
Gillespie?
Jacoby.
Yeah.
He seems kind of small.
He seems destined to shuffle between teams and have a journeyman-like existence.
Either that or make a ton of money playing in one of the big leagues over in Europe.
Yeah. He'll make money wherever he goes, I would imagine. But certainly going to have some options there. Everybody have a good Father's Day yesterday?
Great Father's Day.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty relaxing. Watched the NASCAR race from Naval Base Coronado. And some fireworks there.
Where's that?
In San Diego. They made this course on the Naval Base.
Is this a new spot?
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it again. It was kind of a road course, but there was one part of the track where the track kind of sloped down, and they were getting like air.
Sounds fun, man. I love me a good road course. Let's see if these guys can turn right for a change. Walker, you get to spend some time with your pops.
Yeah, me and my older brother and him went and played golf in the morning.
Nice.
We got lunch, had dinner with him.
Whole thing,
it was a great
huh?
time.
All right.
It was a great day.
Good. Bob, did your kids recognize your existence?
They did.
Yeah.
Got a early morning text from my son down in Florida, and then my daughter had to work yesterday afternoon, and I was gone. I was out of town this weekend. I got back yesterday about 3.
Oh, yeah. How'd it go, Bob?
We would have buried the lead here.
It was good. It was good. I mean,
good. We need to hear results, Bob. You are representing us.
We played. No, I'm not representing you.
For those who the uninitiated, Bob Baskerville is playing in a 3-on-3 basketball tournament against teams from all across the globe,
all across the state,
including former professional athletes. Don't downplay this, Bob. This is a big deal for us.
Yeah. And you're representing.
You absolutely are representing us everywhere you go. Now, I mean, you're part of this talk radio juggernaut. People will say, "Hey, there goes Bob Baskerville from The Drive."
That happened last night. Shout out to Thomas. We ordered a pizza from Jets, and when I was taking the order, I gave the guy the name. He goes, "Oh, Fan Run Radio's Bob Baskerville." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Yes,
the one and only."
Happens all the time.
Yeah, so let's see. Played 8 games in 2 days, and we won some and lost some. Our best guy was out, which did not.
That does not help.
How
many did you play?
How many what
games?
8. That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Played 8 over the course of 2 days. Yeah, by yesterday, the last game was around close to noon, Knoxville time. That was legs were shot at that point.
Conditioning was a factor.
Conditioning, no cardio. I felt fine. It was just, man, my legs were done. And but I felt good this morning. So now we did not medal. We knew that was going to be a possibility. A couple of the teams in our bracket are very, very good. We see them every couple of years when we do this. And then we kind of blew a game that we probably should have won. So
what I'm taking away from this is you would have won and gone national if your best player had been there.
Maybe we still might qualify because one of the teams that was in the final game, the championship game, is not from the state of Tennessee. They're from Mississippi. So we still may advance to nationals for next year. Nationals they're alternating years. So yeah, we made it to the Final Four. And then kind of broke down, but it was fun. I got to tell you, man, we watched the one team in the younger age group, and they won the gold. And it's we talked about them last week. Shannon Terry of On3.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if this name rings a bell. Their team they had R.A. Dickey, which I mentioned already, but they also had Drew Maddox.
Oh wow,
who played Vanderbilt. Yeah, dude averaged about 17 a game his senior year at Vandy. And then they had another guy who I actually knew indirectly. It's a long story, but he was a D3 star at a small college in Indiana. They were ridiculous. They scored 122 points in a 30-minute game at one point. And that was in a medal game. I mean, that was like against their toughest competition.
Sounds like we need to get you a ringer next year.
Yeah, we could have used one this time for sure. You go to nationals, you got to have one.
I think Barnes will hook you up with Connect, and maybe he can put one of those like Eli Manning, Chad Powers,
like
fake mustaches and stuff. Yeah,
looking thing.
Yeah,
go out there with a leg brace and start filling it up. Yeah. Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew.
Yeah, exactly. We could use.
I'm thinking more about just giving Hamer a call. He'd fit right in there. You show up as a 7-foot former Boston Celtic.
Yeah,
I think Steve would strongly suggest you go the Connect route there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. What's really cool is it kind of hit me yesterday is as I was driving home, it's like you see a lot of these guys, and I've seen them for years. I've been doing this now for like 10 years, just
crafty veteran.
It's just a bunch of guys who have a lot of passion for the game, man. It's cool.
They're all for the love of the game.
And they're all pretty good dudes for the most part. There's not much of a jerk factor, which is what you run up against when you're just
does anybody dunk in this?
No.
Just because of the age factor, or is it illegal?
No, I'd say I haven't seen all the games. I mean, there's a couple of guys in there that are really tall. They could probably still dunk. But and I think I've told you at the Nationals, there will be some dunking because those are like teams from all around the country, and there's some serious
What
players.
age do you think Jordan can still dunk? He's mid-50s.
Yeah, he's put on some weight though, man. I mean,
he's in his early 60s.
He's early 60s probably. He can dunk, I would say, but it's probably not that pretty.
I don't think it's a given that he still can. I mean, with the kind of like ankle and knee issues that a guy like that is inevitably going to have after playing as much as he did, I don't think it's just a shoe-in that he can dunk.
I don't know. Saw him dunk with a cast on his leg off one foot.
How old was he?
I mean, it was second year in the NBA.
Okay. I think it's
He showed up at Catholic High School with Doug Collins. For
speaking of Jordan, the Tar Heels going for Diamond Glory tonight. They finally snapped Oklahoma's 9-game winning streak. I mean, the run that Oklahoma has been on this postseason, it's got to give you a lot of hope. I think if you're a Tennessee fan or a fan of any school, it just shows you that like anybody can get hot at any time. Very impressive. And they may very well win it all tonight. Who you got in the national championship this evening, boys?
I like Oklahoma. I mean, I'm rooting for Oklahoma. It wouldn't surprise me. I think it's a toss-up. I mean, I certainly could see North Carolina winning it, but
North Carolina is a slight favorite according to the money line.
Yeah.
I'm basically with Bob, I guess. I guess I'll pull for Oklahoma. I think more than likely I'll be surprised if North Carolina doesn't win it, just because they seem to have been, other than Saturday's game, they've been the class of the field the whole season.
Oklahoma has not been around in the SEC long enough to like bother me yet.
Work up a good hate.
Yeah, and also you said it the other day, Bear. I mean, when they came to Knoxville, and I heard stories from when we went to Knoxville for the football game, their fans are always nice so far, you know. So,
yeah, they were really nice to us at Calhoun's.
Yeah. So I mean, I got no bone to pick with Oklahoma right now.
I do wonder, like for Carolina, that Glauber kid.
Yeah.
Through 5 innings, only 65 pitches, but I wonder, would they throw him again? I don't think they would start him, but like you get into a tight game, is this going to be like it used to be back in the good old days where
all hands on deck,
everybody's available, or are they going to do the modern baseball thing where it's like, oh no, he threw over his pitch count yesterday? Stuff irritates me, in case you couldn't tell. The DeCaro guy threw 83 pitches on Saturday.
He gave up a bunch of runs.
Yeah, well, he got roughed up in the early going.
Yeah, you just got to, obviously they'll both unload the gun tonight, man. They got to do whatever it takes.
I was trying to remember, how many pitchers did we use on that Monday night? Do you remember when we won it? Felt like everybody and their brother threw a couple innings.
Well, Sechrist.
Yeah, Sechrist started.
He went for a while, though, man. Remember, that was like
Miss Sanders.
It was an iconic performance, honestly.
It was an iconic run. I mean, he was on the kind of run that the Oklahoma hitters are on now, where he was not thought to be a starter coming into the season, and we kind of threw him out there to start a Sunday game halfway through the SEC play, and I don't think he did very well his first game or two. And then the switch flipped, or the flip switched, as somebody once famously said on this program, who may or may not have been me. And he had an epic run through the postseason.
Yeah,
he's just Mr. Dependable.
I want to say he went at least like 5 or 6 innings in that championship game.
I think so. I know.
I thought we saw.
I can't remember the guy's name. Who was the guy who finished? Seth something? The guy with the big smile. What was that dude's name?
Oh my God!
I gotta go back and rewatch that game.
Yeah, he was grinning like a loon.
I'm sure an alert listener will clue us in.
Yeah, they closed it down to a 1-run game. Remember, they scored a run and he was just smiling. Like,
well, he thought that there was a runner on second. He spun around to throw to second base, and there was no runner there.
Yeah,
and he got called for a balk.
Combs.
Sean Combs?
Aaron Combs.
Sean Combs is
Sean
Combs.
Puffy
He's in federal
Combs?
prison.
Didn't he
Combs.
have a brother? Were there 2 Combses?
There was. Yeah.
We've had a couple of those brothers. The Hunley brothers, the Combs brothers, the
Lipschitz. Was there 2 of them?
the Lipschitz brothers. And who are the kids from Farragut? The guy who's playing for the Angels.
Joyce.
The Joyce brothers.
Yeah.
Twins.
And one of them is retired now from baseball. Zach, the younger, or not the younger one, but the one that had less notoriety than Ben.
I think technically, he was the younger one.
Ben Joyce he's coming back from another arm surgery, isn't he?
Yeah.
Human arm not meant to throw any object 105 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Mizorowski, you're on the clock.
I mean, Chapman's been one of the more durable
It's true.
guys. I guess Nolan Ryan.
Nate Snead also pitched in that game 3, I'm being told.
Yeah, Kid Huddy said
Nasty Nate.
He said feels like it was Seacrest, Binky, Snead, Lloyd, Kirby, and Combs. I don't think we had 6 pitchers out there, but I know Kirby was out there. I know Combs was out there. Obviously, Xander. It sounds like Snead was too.
I feel like we've never really – I really enjoyed Kirby. It was just great having that guy that just dippity-doo pitches, crazy junk balls that he would throw.
Yeah, a guy with a rubber arm could pitch every day of the
Yeah.
series, multiple innings.
You bring him in after a guy, that was back when we had Burns and that bunch during that era.
How about this guy, Devers, showing up our boy out there? Send in folks who didn't see, the Giants are playing whoever the other night, and Rafael Devers, who was a problem in Boston,
Yeah, he's a meathead, man.
kind of a diva.
Yeah.
And he's on first base. Tony Vitello sends in a pinch runner, and Devers is kind of shooing him, and the runner gets all the way up there to first base. Devers is standing there. First base coach is standing there. Devers not coming out. He says, no, go back to and the pinch runner's looking back at Tony like, what do I do here? And eventually he leaves and is like huffy.
Yeah.
He's huffing and puffing in the dugout.
One of the bench assistants tried to, give him a smack on the butt or something, and he moved away.
Yeah.
And like, don't
touch me.
Yeah.
What a sissy boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that Vitello, if that thing's working out. I was talking to CG some over the weekend, and of course he's plugged into the Bay Area media scene over there, and there's just it almost feels like a movement against Vitello, like they don't want to see him succeed there. It's strange.
It's so weird to hear that. So I still love him.
Yeah, I don't think that thing exists necessarily in pro basketball, because you've seen enough success. Like Billy Donovan's had success, and you've seen some guys go from college to pros. In the NFL, like, it was a thing, right? There was a feeling that Urban Meyer, hey, your rah-rah stuff isn't going to work here. Butch Davis famously failed. Like, really, aside from Jimmy Johnson and Pete Carroll,
Who were both similar. I feel like similar in like their
players coach. Yeah,
they're players coaches. They aren't rah-rah guys, and they've got a real professional management style.
But baseball, famously very cliquish, very good old boys thing, and it seems like they've just not been very welcoming, and that team is struggling.
Well, it's unprecedented, right? It's never happened
Yeah.
before, too. So we don't even have anything to measure it against except in other sports. And most of the ones in other sports, to your point, have not. I think of Calipari as well and Patino in the NBA. It didn't work.
No, that's interesting. It's
Saban in the NFL.
Yep.
Didn't work.
Oh, he was terrible.
Spurrier.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So would they pull the rug out from Tony after just 1 year? I don't know, but it feels like there's pressure. Who knows what the locker room dynamic is? Like, following it from a distance, everything I've heard is that he's liked in the locker room. Like, Tony's a guy's guy, and he's liked, but you know how it is in these big cities, Bob. When there's a media narrative, we see it here with coaches that have been run out. But when you're in a major market like that, and there's so many more people, that pressure is just magnified and intensified. And I don't know, man. I wonder how long a leash he's going to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going well, because you're right. Honestly, Devers has enough of a reputation now in the league that I don't think it's going to reflect totally on Tony, but some of it's still about, hey, man, he defied the leadership. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think it's not a great look, and the team's next to last place. If it weren't for the Rockies, they'd be in last place in any other division in baseball right now.
My Braves are starting a 3-game set with the Padres tonight, and then they go to San Fran for a 3-game set there. And it feels very much like the Braves are teetering, losing to either one of those teams, but particularly the Giants again would be.
That'd be glorious.
It'd be a dark day.
Mm-hmm.
Be a dark, dark day. Unacceptable, Walt Weiss. Get your boys going, man.
I kind of like it because we haven't had to listen to that stupid song very much.
Find some starting pitching while you're at it. Braves did take 2 or 3 from the mighty Brewers over the weekend. Okay,
that's a big series win.
Before we start shoveling dirt on the grave, just a little respect, please. Little respect. 865-966-3435 is your phone number if you want to get on the show. 865-966-3435. Full service here on The Drive. We are at your service for the following, now 2.5 hours. Coming up, hour number 2, Wyatt Hanoyan is going to join the show. Tennessee's new second baseman, the transfer from Air Force. I've heard this guy's a funny guy. Baseball guy. So he's got some energy, got some swagger to him. Yeah, funny.
So look, be here to amuse us.
I hope so. I mean, that's why we booked him.
Funny?
Yes, it's not good when you have a guest on a sports radio show and he doesn't amuse anyone. That's what we call bad radio. So hopefully he's amusing. Hopefully he amuses us. We'll do that in hour number 2 of the show coming up, and Tennessee's last full week as a Nike school. How about that? They make the switch to Adidas next week.
Do you see the come apart on social media over the weekend?
That's where I'm going, Bobby.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going. You guys see the new Nebraska football uniforms?
No, I heard. I didn't look into it.
Well, we should talk about it. Yeah. I'm not saying I want Tennessee to look like that. I don't think I was just like, they don't look that different.
Bob, that is a tradition-rich, historic football program, and they've totally ruined their iconic uniforms.
I mean, how hard can you screw up blood red and white?
The only thing missing, at least they didn't mess with the helmet. That's all I'll say.
And they put the 2 stripes around the shoulders instead of the sleeves. I mean, that's it. You're going to have to sell me further.
But they're also they're curved. You've got the pants thing, whatever you're going there. Like, how do you mess up the 2 stripes on the pants, man? That's an iconic football look. You put the stripes on, you're done with it. But not Adidas. Nope. They've got to reinvent the wheel. Everything's got to be cool. It's got to be new. Like any kid is sitting there looking at Nebraska's uniforms going, oh, they're cool now. They're cool. They finally got rid of the old stodgy, stuffy, conservative uniforms. Now they're cool. Like nobody's thinking that, man. Don't overthink this.
Well, exactly, though. Don't overthink it, because I'm also saying a lot of kids look at it and they're probably like, I don't even remember what Nebraska's uniforms look like.
It's a good point. So, but if that's the case and you have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, well, you do have something to lose, because now your longtime fans are kind of pissed off because you look like you're wearing clown costumes.
Well, then that's on us. Haven't we heard that the university's got control of the creative?
Well, that's what we hear.
Yeah.
So
basically Nebraska's version of Jamie just
Jamie might have had a stroke if he saw this stuff over the weekend. I mean, it's
we have creative control, which is good as long as the right people are in position of control.
Yeah.
Things change. Stay with us. The Drive continues. Fan Run Radio on a Monday afternoon edition of the program. We'll take a quick time out, come back with more right after this.
The Drive. Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Your phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat.
There you go.
As it's been referred to. Also at fanrunradio.com, also on the free Fan Run app, also on the YouTube channel. Shout out to the boys over at YouTube. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Give us a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, do all the things. And shout out to our friends over at Broadway Carpets for sponsoring the podcast. Go back and check that out if you miss any of the show today. Magic Mike says Devers is the Roger Dorn of the Giants. Yes. Little bit of a diva, Rafael Devers is.
Dorn.
Who is also in the show we watch now.
Oh, Friends and Neighbors.
Friends and Neighbors,
yeah.
Time has not treated Dorn well.
No, he's
Devers.
he's
yes, he's moonlighting as a TV star.
He's let the hair go. Probably wasn't a choice. Probably had to.
Bear, how did your Yankees fare over the weekend?
Not real good.
Huh. Who'd you play?
Shut up, Walker.
Well, that was very nice.
How'd it go?
Well, it went great for the Reds.
Yeah.
They had a great series. Took two of 3 from the big bad Yankees.
What does it matter? You guys can't handle the Reds now all of a sudden?
Our best player's hurt.
So is ours.
Jazz got hit he took a shot the other night.
Got hit?
Yeah. I think in the jewels, maybe.
And
his teammates were kind of smiling.
So your team lost the series to the Reds this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Dude, at least we didn't lose to the Giants. Second worst team in baseball. And y'all would have gotten swept had the rain and you not done your little rain dance to get out of it last week.
I'm sorry, what?
mean, you're like, it's like dealing with a 9-year-old Bob at times with them.
Say something.
Yeah, I'm talking with Bob.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit? Can't hear you.
Bob can hear me just fine.
I hear you fine.
He's just a complete moron.
You can hear him?
I can.
Walker, can you check the wires? See, there's something going on with the microphones this afternoon. 865-966-3435. Your number if you want to get on the show this afternoon. Kicked in the Vols wants to know, we bringing back Estrella.
Ain't happening.
Let's
man.
bring him home.
There's no room at the end. Number one, there's no room at the end. Number two,
I thought we had a spot.
No, we don't. They'd have to release one of the walk-ons. And also then there's the money issue.
I'll fire the walk-on.
Here's the other thing.
We need somebody with some girth. I mean, that's the one thing we're missing is little heftiness in the post. I'll bring JP back.
If you want to go after a Michigan big, go get that Tiam kid that they got from Cincinnati. That's who they should try to go get if they're going to try to get anyone. But I'm also of the belief, I think I know enough about Coach Barnes that when you go, you go. You're not. I don't think he's
no take.
Can't come home again.
No,
Johnny Majors.
No.
Well, is anything changed?
I mean, it was all amicable. They wished him the best and everything else. I'm not saying that it wasn't like contentious, but I also think it's like, no, man, you made the choice to leave. So sorry.
I don't think they've changed over there, Bob. That we weren't going to pay $2 million for somebody who's as injury prone as he is.
Yeah,
I hate to put it like that, but did he make it through a season here without getting injured? Some type of major injury?
I guess maybe his true freshman year, but he didn't play that much then.
Phil has infiltrated the YouTube chat. He says Tony V will be Arkansas's next baseball coach. Rumors of tampering may have helped May leave Michigan.
I mean, it is interesting, and we will chop that up tomorrow even more with Sweeney, but I am hearing some stuff. You're probably reading it too, where it sounds like Dusty May's like, man, feels like maybe he escaped with a national title and he does not like the direction college basketball's going.
If any of that is true, I mean, it just one more. I mean, Michigan's just a rogue university between, Harbaugh, and then if Dusty's been tampering away.
Yeah.
Kid Huddy says, when are we going to get another portal commitment for baseball? I want to win. The pipeline slowed a little bit. I know we got this Ojeda kid, right? But, I mean, he's going to the draft, right? Everything I read over the weekend seems like that's a guy who 3 years in, had a good season. He's not going to give up that leverage to come play in the SEC.
So we're Solari signed with who, Texas?
Who?
Solitari, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
The guy Bob was talking about last week, Russ.
I mean, we need a bat. We need a power bat. We need a center fielder. We need a shortstop. We need more right-handed pitching. We need starters.
You need quite a lot.
Are we getting concerned a little bit with the lack of – I mean, I'm seeing all these shiny toys go elsewhere. And the insiders keep telling me to be patient, remain patient.
Yeah, I got to say, no pun intended, our batting average now for all these guys we've brought in has not been awesome. It felt good right off the bat. So we got a couple and it was like, all right, we're cooking. And now it's like, can't get any.
I would have really, it's starting, the Abernathy hitting the portal is the more guys we miss on, feels like that's getting bigger.
Abernathy, Eisfelder, I mean, Manny Marin. Like I'm looking at all these shortstops we're looking at. They're the guy at some California schools like Cal Baptist or Ramirez, Chris Ramirez. He's the highest rated shortstop in the portal. If you get him, fine. I mean, great. I would say, yeah, that's a good upgrade. But there was a kid from Wake Forest,
Stein, right?
Yeah, he just jumped in, and I'm looking at his numbers, and I'm like, Manny Marin was better last year.
Yeah.
Same thing with the kid from Ole Miss that is supposedly setting up a visit here. Like Manny Marin had better numbers. I know he went on a tear in the postseason. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys that have left that kind of like JP Estrella. It's like, I don't know. That was the best thing in the world to let that guy leave. I guess time will tell.
Phil just said we need a whole new baseball team at UT.
Oh, come on, Phil. It's only Monday. Don't bury me in your avalanche of negativity this early in the week, Phil. I don't need it. I don't think anybody does, quite frankly.
By the way, I found this interesting. I've been telling you that, we were season ticket holders for Lady Vols basketball this past season, did that as a nice little anniversary gift to my wife. And it was fine, although the basketball was not great this year, obviously. And the ticket office has been working hard to get us to renew. And I've told them multiple times, like, I'm not interested. And they even have said, well,
do you answer every time they call or email?
No, I've answered.
I would just ignore them.
Well, they called me once and I actually picked up. I didn't know. And I just said,
that 974 number.
Yeah, it was a local number. So anyway, they were like, the deadline is the 17th. This was last week. I said, yeah, I'm not interested. I would have told you if I was. They said, well, why don't we just hold on to them till the 17th and then we'll see. That was that was like a week ago today. I said, sure, that's fine. Well, today, 17th has passed, last I checked. I get an email from Lady Vol Hoops that says, basketball season tickets will be dropped on Friday, June 26th. The deadline has passed, and this is your final chance to renew your tickets. So
putting the hard sell on you.
No, but that's not a good sign, man.
It's your last chance, Bob.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing anything, but I'm just telling you.
Is it maybe they're telling the truth. Maybe they're going like hotcakes. Maybe this is your last chance. If you want those, you want to go see Kimi Hundo.
Let me tell you.
And that group in person, I mean, you better hurry up, Bob. There are plenty of other people who will be willing to take your seats.
If that were the case, then the 17th would have been the deadline. And instead, they've extended it another 10 days, basically.
How much coins a pair of season tickets go for?
It's a lot cheaper than the men. I mean, we had pretty good seats, and they were about for the whole season, including your donation and stuff, is like $1,000.
You're kind of thinking about it, though, aren't you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Well, you would have told him to piss off by now.
I did. I didn't say that, but I just said, no, man, I'm not interested.
Bob Basker, he's not going to tell anybody to piss off unless they piss him off.
Right. And this guy was fine. He was cordial.
Just doing his job.
But I double checked with wifey, and she's like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to go again." Because she's mad too. She's like, "I don't like what I don't." I mean,
she's the target audience.
Don't like the product out there.
She's not quite the target audience, Bear. But
let me ask you this: would you consider taking the money you invested in the Lady Vols tickets and getting better seats for the men?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you're going to do?
Well, they're going to. Yeah, that window.
Are you going to put it toward the Riverside Club?
No.
Riverside Bob?
I've already told him that. The Riverside Club's out.
You weren't a big fan of the Riverside.
No, not for what you paid
it's
for.
Not worth it.
No.
It's not.
What could they put down there that would be worth it?
Free food?
Yeah, free.
Oh.
Free food.
Yeah. I mean, you're paying.
Well, I'm a poor. I don't know what the Riverside Club's like.
What do you like? Maybe just like boxes of popcorn and stuff like that. I mean, the like brisket and mac and cheese you're going to have to pay for.
I get that.
Free,
but yeah,
free water.
Nothing. All you get is like supposedly access to less crowds is really all it is. And maybe a wider variety of what you can pay money for. And by the way, it's plussed up down there. Like a burger's like $15.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
You better be bringing me something from like Mooyah's or Stock and Barrel, or it better be a tasty burger, Russ.
And
Big Kahuna.
Here's the bigger issue. The restrooms are not built for like.
Well, they had the porta potty thing.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Do you think that's just a first year thing where they?
Maybe, but I could see the restroom getting better.
Restrooms are a big one with me, man. Like I don't want to wait in line, and I don't want to have, and I don't want to trough.
No,
like
and if you're paying,
I want it to move. I want get people in, get people out.
And if you're paying that kind of coin, I would be expecting, if not Buc-ee's level, right at Buc-ee's level.
Yeah.
Your private stall, exhaust fan, clean.
I don't know about that. I just settle for not walking in and seeing a public health disaster in the toilet.
Not even that. Walker's been down there, so he's seen it. Is like because the bathrooms are not built capacity wise for what they're doing.
They are not.
So there's lines to the restrooms, you know, and it's,
Well, it's just like upstairs.
All right, we are getting we are a couple of old men just covered in dust and cobwebs up on the porch right now ranting. So let's get back to making fun of the uniforms.
The one thing I will say, though, is somebody remembered I'd said this. It was Coastal Vault. It said, Bob doesn't like the hair product out there. Maybe if Kim changes up the do, I might be a season ticket holder.
Personal appearance is not show fodder.
I didn't bring it up. He did.
The one I never thought that you would struggle with that more as much as you have since you joined us.
Austin Harris says Nebraska removed the winning tradition patch, and it's not going over well with their fans. That was kind of cool.
I mean, call me crazy. Hadn't been a whole lot of tradition of winning lately. Sounds like false advertising they've had on their uniforms.
Jonesy says our uniforms need a Danny Dollar patch, perhaps a tramp stamp at the top of the pants. Oh, man. GBO Kyle Beach says, I just looked at those new uniforms for Nebraska. They are not all that bad.
That's what I was saying, man.
I think they're horrendous. Like, if you're Nebraska, you got a red jersey, you got white pants with 2 red stripes on it. That's the deal, man.
Yeah. You know, I told you in the break after looking at them again, the only thing that I would say I might have an issue with would be the font style on the numbers. But that's it. And I mean, by the way, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time worrying about Nebraska's look. I'll wait and see what ours looks like.
I'm looking at them right now. I know we got to get to break and we get back to it after it, but I'm not really seeing what the issue is at first glance.
Thank you.
You know, the big white stripes on the shoulders, you don't think that looks very un-Nebraska?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's just me, man. It's not just me because I see the internet and Nebraska fans are not enjoying it.
Again, and then I saw somebody else mentioned on the live chat that Nebraska, they approved this. So, I mean, we'll have that input, right? I would think.
Well, everybody says we have creative control. Tennessee has creative control. They're not going to let Adidas foist things upon them like Dave Hart and Butch Jones did. And I say, okay, that sounds good for now. But like Danny White's not going to be here forever. I mean, he's clearly an ambitious guy. Like he's going to move to a Notre Dame or a Michigan level job at some point, or a conference commissioner job. Like he's not going to be here for another, 10 years from now, Danny White will have a different job. You'll have a different athletics director. You'll probably have a different football coach because these things just change like that. So what happens and we've seen that these people screw this hire up before. What happens if you have an athletics director who doesn't have his finger on the pulse? What happens if you have another Butch Jones style head coach who lets Adidas come in and Adidas-fy your uniforms, which is exactly what happened 10 plus years ago. I don't know. I hope that we don't come out there in a bunch of clown costumes, but I'm skeptical.
We won't. And you're right. Danny will probably be gone in that time frame. We'll still have the badass Goo-Goo-plex at that point, right next to the
his
stadium.
legacy is secure.
Yes.
Or will be here shortly. Stay with us. The drive continues. Fan Run Radio. By the way, I've heard from people who've seen the stuff that they're going to unveil starting next week, the Adidas stuff, and said there isn't much change to the football uniforms, except for the orange collar on the white jerseys, which was controversial in some circles. Apparently is gone.
Yeah.
So if you consider that a big change or a welcome change, I kind of liked the orange collar. I always say more orange, the better. It was always kind of my guiding philosophy, but they don't ask me. I'm beginning to think they never will. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to wrap up hour number 1 of the program right after this.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Malone at Knoxville Smiles. Has it been a while since your last dental visit? If so, I'd like to invite you to come see us. At Knoxville Smiles, it's our vision to provide the best dental care in town in a relaxed, friendly environment. So if it's been a while and you've been putting it off, don't wait any longer. Come see us at Knoxville Smiles. You can schedule an appointment online at knoxvillesmiles.com or by phone at 865-539-1776.
Ball fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Car.
The top four at 4, a quick look at today's sports news, and then we're going to be joined by Wyatt Hanoi. Excuse me. That's what I get for eating during the break. Wyatt Hanoyan, Tennessee's new second baseman next year, transfer from Air Force, and a bit of a character, I'm told. So looking forward to talking with him. We go to the Fan Run breaking news desk. George McIntyre, Tennessee's redshirt freshman quarterback from Nashville, has officially been invited to the Manning Passing Academy this year.
Good for him.
Is Faison?
No. You only get one quarterback from school. You give it to seniority, right? We haven't seen either guy, really. I mean, you give it to the guy who's been there for a little bit. Bob, is this a big deal? George McIntyre headed to the Manning Passing Academy. I feel like we talk about this every other year with a Tennessee quarterback going down there, and he's going to soak up all that knowledge just by osmosis, just being around Peyton and Archie and Eli and even Koopa.
Yeah, you don't get that arm
Joe
talent.
Milton went.
Is there some way he'll add a couple pounds by going to it?
Yeah. He'll be as thick as Peyton when he comes out of there.
Maybe he can drink Peyton's milkshake.
There you go.
He can get him a nice steak dinner over there.
Great.
Baked potato, butter and sour cream, although I know you don't like sour cream on your baked potato, Bob.
I don't. Good pull. That's true.
I had to eat one Bob style last week.
Just butter?
Yeah.
Delicious, right?
You ever go in your fridge, the sour cream, a little out of date, didn't want a chance.
Sour cream is one, like, yeah, you don't mess with that, man, because it doesn't smell great to begin with, even when it's fresh.
Hence the name, sour cream. Soured cream.
But yeah, that's one that I just, because I'll throw, there are two types of people in a relationship. The one who will like eat something that's 10 years past due.
Yeah.
Like it never goes out. And then the one who like, as soon as that date hits, no mas. It's donezo. I am the latter in my house.
Yeah, we have that ongoing battle at our house, namely with condiments.
Mm-hmm.
Like ketchup and mustard and stuff. And
well, there's Best Buy and there's Must Use By.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have, canned foods are a big one in our. I'll look at like we've had this can of beans since 1994. My wife, it's fine, eat it.
Ooh.
Just eat it.
As long as the can's not swollen.
No, I'm not eating this. It's expired. They wouldn't put that date on it if it didn't mean something. Maybe a day or two after. Milk is another big one.
Well, yeah.
Be careful with that.
I've seen a psycho on like TikTok and Facebook Reels. This guy will eat like army rations from like World War II in Korea. I kid you not.
You're hungry enough. Stay with us. Hour number 2 of The Drive coming up on many of these fan run affiliates. We'll be right back.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, what you got?
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, ESPN released its final NBA mock draft and has Nate Ament going number 9 to the Dallas Mavericks, Felix Okpara going with the 41st pick, and Jacoby Gillespie going 42nd to the Miami Heat. The NBA draft starts tomorrow with the second round on Wednesday.
Where'd that Felix going at 41?
It didn't say. Right?
I thought it was. Wasn't it like? I want to say it was Boston, but Boston's getting the pick through a trade. Or something like that.
It's probably it won't end up being them.
Isn't Boston a bit preoccupied trying to lure Giannis?
They certainly are.
It'd be kind of cool for Giannis. He gets to keep all the green in his wardrobe.
I guess some of that stuff might translate.
I wonder what they do with all that stuff once they get traded.
Good, well, you can't just send it to the orphans in Haiti. I mean, it's not like they got a bunch of 7-foot orphans running around.
Like 4X tall.
Take it to the local Goodwill or something. Again, it's not a lot of people out there who need that.
But someone might.
Throw it away. I made a couple of Goodwill runs this weekend. Felt good, man.
I did that a while back.
Just trying to get the stuff out of my house, man.
You're a big throwawayer, aren't you?
Throw it all away.
Find it cathartic?
Yes. Feels good.
I agree.
Like when you have that spot in your garage that's just like full of stuff.
It's like you're never going to use this.
And then you come home and that space is just empty. It just does something to your brain.
It's nice and clean and swept.
Feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly.
At number 2, Michigan coach Dusty May is finalizing a deal to take the Dallas Mavericks head coaching job in the NBA. May, who's 49, led Michigan basketball to the national title in 2026 and a 64-13 record over the last 2 seasons in Ann Arbor. The Mavericks fired Jason Kidd after a 26-56 season last year.
So I saw some reports that they were fixing to name Boynton interim coach. Is that interim coach like with the intention of him coaching the season, or is that just this is the guy who's we're going to get our ducks in a row, but this is the guy who's going to
I think it's just to bring some level of stability to make sure that everybody doesn't skip town.
I mean, like everybody names an interim coach when a coach leaves. I mean, we've seen it with Jim Chaney and Kippy Brown through the years. There's always an interim.
I would imagine they might entice Boynton in this case too, saying, hey, help us out here. We'll make sure you stay on the staff, whatever we do next, and kind of give him some job security as well. I can't imagine he's going to be the guy. There's no way.
How far would it, like, if you ask Billy Donovan and he says no, and then you ask Nate Oates and he says no? Josh Schertz would probably take that job.
Maybe, except he just went through this whole process with all the players that he's got staying at St. Louis, saying, I'm not going anywhere.
Andy Sign, I mean, who
but
knows?
that was before the defending national champions called.
Maybe also just signed a really lucrative contract
Yeah,
like 3 months ago.
And that, the backstory we've always heard was
he covets the Tennessee job.
Covets the Tennessee job, and he's willing to wait for a couple of years.
Again,
That sounds too
before
good to be true.
Michigan, where they're defending national champions, and you know that you're going to get. I mean, does anybody support their NIL programs better than Michigan these days?
Texas.
Maybe Texas.
Texas Tech.
Maybe Ohio State.
Texas Tech.
I mean, you're in the top 5 for sure, right? Might never get that opportunity again. Jeff Harrison says Brady Hoke is available in all caps. Well played, sir.
There you go. At number 3, Wyndham Clark went wire to wire this weekend to win the 2026 U.S. Open at Shinnecock Hills
almost blew
Golf
it.
Club with a winning score of 4 under par. Only 2 other players finished under par in the entire tournament, including runner-up Sam Burns and Tom Kim at 1 under.
This is the same guy that trashed the.
Yes.
That's him.
He also wore a Team USA hockey jersey when he was at the Canadian Open last week, too. He's
Saw him fire back at somebody on.
Doesn't love
some
America?
girl on Twitter.
No, he does. He was touting America.
What's wrong with that?
Well, you're the guest in Canada.
So what? They're America's hat. We
They
take what
started
we
it.
want.
Oh,
We walk up in there,
Here we go.
and they kneel before us.
Exactly right. Canadian Bacon Bob over here.
I gotta like it. A redemption story. I mean, it was a year ago. He trashed the place, and now he comes back and he wins it.
I'll tell you what, though, between NBC and also the fans at Shinnecock, the glazing of Scotty Scheffler, and I got no problem with Scotty Scheffler, but
Do
my
love Scotty.
God,
It's a lot.
yeah, and I mean, I felt bad in a
But
way.
they're
for-
wanting to force it.
yeah, and then Wyndham Clark, as far as the fans go, I mean, they were any slight misstep he had, they would go nuts cheering like.
It's New York, man. These
Yeah.
people are animals.
Yeah.
These are not civilized persons.
But and then like Scotty birdies a hole and it gets him to -1, and they're like, "Here he comes!" You know, it's like he's still 5 strokes behind, man. Come on.
I think Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It was a good tournament. At least it got really good towards the
Yeah,
end.
it did.
Wyndham bogeyed a couple. Sam Burns made a charge. It was a good tournament
If
for
Burns,
a really good course.
if Burns could have birdied 18 that last putt, God, it was so close. That would have
I thought it was in.
applied a little more pressure there at the very end.
Mm-hmm. Wyndham Clark, 2-time U.S. Open winner. Crazy. And at number 4, the FIFA World Cup begins another week of jam-packed action with 4 more games today. Argentina beat Austria 2-0 earlier today, with Messi breaking the all-time career goals record in the World Cup. Later today, France plays Iraq at 5 p.m., Norway plays Senegal at 8 o'clock, and Jordan plays Algeria late tonight at 11.
You gonna stay up for that Jordan-Algeria game tonight, Bob?
No.
You know I'll be up for it.
The Jordanians.
What do you think about? Have you seen the Norwegians rowing?
Yes, that's pretty cool.
You like that?
Yeah. That's been the most entertaining part of all this, to be honest, is, I mean, when I watch Team USA, I'm into that, but the rest of it, it's all about these countries in there.
I don't know, man. Scotland drank Boston dry.
That's all right. It's good for the economy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw Braveheart, right? Those guys are intense people.
They sure are.
You put a guy in a kilt, give him a sword, you better give him something to drink. Otherwise, somebody's losing a head.
Like Tennant Lager, Scottish lager.
We drank beer. I liked beer. Still like beer.
What do you guys make of the USA using Country Roads as its official post-match celebration song? Where did this Country Roads renaissance come through? I see the West Virginia kids are singing it. The Scottish are singing it at Fenway. We're singing it after our games. Big year for John Denver.
Well, they used it in that movie, The Kingsman. You remember that, Bob? That was where it
yeah.
In West Virginia, obviously. And then Wes and Franklin famously parodied it for our game with West Virginia.
Did you ever see? It was back when. What's his name? Buzz Williams was coaching Marquette, and they beat Marquette in Morgantown. And they play country. They've been playing Country Roads for years, and they play it after every game, win or lose. And he was on the court like dancing around, like he was taunting them basically.
Who was taunting them?
Buzz Williams.
Oh yeah, I kind of like.
I feel like we could have come up with a better song.
Oh, for
Country Roads,
Team USA. Yeah, I agree. I felt like it was like, really?
Seek and Destroy by something hard.
Wow. Okay. Well,
Metallica.
According to Ben Jacobs on Twitter, the aim was to find songs that were representative of American artists and would also be crowd sing-alongs, along with Country Roads. The other songs that were shortlisted, and by the way, it was they consulted with the players on the team to try and choose a song. Living on a Prayer.
Oh, God.
Sweet Caroline.
Ugh, no, these are no.
And Take Me Home.
Take Me Home.
Is that Journey?
No, Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Take Me Home Tonight, Eddie Money.
I mean, that's a different song.
No, Phil Collins.
I don't think
Take
you would
Me
sing.
Home. It's a little slow, but
Because I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah, but he's a Brit.
That's to be an American.
And he's terrible.
He's not terrible. Stop, man.
And he's
This
also
is
failing
among
in
your-
health.
Yeah.
too,
I
so.
mean,
A little respect,
I hate
please.
that for him, but, you know.
I just wish. I hate that for him, but I'm just going to be glad when he's gone.
Jonesy asked, why couldn't it be Creed?
Let's go there.
Yeah. Higher. Can
That would
you
be-
take me high?
So your suggestion for the official United States post-game sing-along song would be Seek and Destroy by Metallica.
I mean, either that or, you know, Whiplash. Something from the early years.
Oh, my God.
Because, I mean, that's the kind of song that you want to, like, put your arms around the guy next to you and sway and
Yeah.
sing along to. What are the lyrics to Seek and Destroy? Can't recall.
I mean, it'd have to be playing. I can sing along to it. But
How
you never
about,
do
how
that?
about America from Ray Charles, man?
Like, God Bless America?
No.
How does that go?
America. America.
Man, God sheds his light on thee.
Yeah.
That's America the Beautiful.
It is?
I think so. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know.
All right, here we go. That's the first line in the song for Seek and Destroy is all right. We're scanning the scene in the city tonight, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for you to start up a fight.
Mm-hmm.
There's an evil feeling in our brains, but it's nothing new. You know, it drives us insane.
Yeah.
Running, on our way, hiding. You will pay, dying, 1,000 deaths.
That's a vibe song for sure.
Part of the thing about the sing-along song is you have to know the words.
Searching. Seek and Destroy.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
By the way,
There are a few songs.
Who is the worst singer so far, Bob or Bear? Like, I expect Bear to be awful, but Bob, you've said that you've sung before.
I have.
I've never claimed to be a singer.
I'm not like, this is not performative, man. I'm not.
Your Ray Charles was,
oh, come on.
It's flat out disrespectful.
I mean, how many people can do Ray Charles outside of Jamie
Foxx,
who can mimic anybody?
You're not going to have a live performance. I think they're just playing it over the speakers.
Jeremy Sanders says, let's go with Danzig's Mother.
Mother. That was Tony Vitello's walk up
when he was a player.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what I mean by? I mean, there's several bangers from a couple of lads from Manchester.
I say we stick with Country Roads. DR Vol, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio. Good afternoon, sir.
Is Bear getting uncomfortable with y'all singing the pro-American songs? So you get
Not a bit.
Colin Kaepernick
Well,
jersey?
I don't know if you heard, he just fired out. We need a couple good British songs.
You
Yeah,
were, hey, hold on now. Bob was the one that was upset that Windermere Clark wore the USA hockey jersey in Canada. Thought it was disrespectful.
Well, he was a guest. That's all.
All I'm saying is I thought I heard Bear kind of, to the tune of God Save the Queen.
By the Pistols?
I don't know. I don't know who sings y'all's anthem. I did have a World Cup question. Is the Americans, have they gotten further than what they expected? Because Russ, I think I remember you a few years ago upset by, we weren't taking it seriously, or they hired the wrong manager or something like that. I don't know if I'm misremembering that.
That was like last year.
No, I mean, I love how people don't have any idea how the World Cup works. I mean, we haven't gotten anywhere yet. You're still in group play, right? So there are 4 teams in each group. You play each team in your group once. So we've played 2 teams in our group. We'll play the third, Turkey, on Thursday. At that point, we will be in the round of 32. So, I mean, we made it to the round of 8 in 2002, I believe. We were we finished runner-up in 1932, if you want to get technical about it. But we're off to a very good start, DR.
Okay. Again, I've never been this interested in it. I guess I'm just relieved it's not Olympic talk. Now, you are talking about George McIntyre, and, the weight thing was brought up. Now, this is something positive I'm going to say. Have y'all seen the recent pictures of Heupel? He is slimming down.
I think he, on a serious note, I think he always does in the off season. Honestly, because I think he can probably spend more time focused on that. I just think, in truth, we kind of bag on him, but during the season, man.
What's his we? You got a mouse in your pocket over there, Bob?
Yeah, whatever. By the way, somebody noted that you did call Wyndham Clark Windermere Clark.
Lord Windermere.
But I think during the season he just gets so poured into the job that I've seen that he puts on some weight. He doesn't take as good a care of himself.
He's a heavy dude, man. I think you guys are first of all, why are we even talking about this? Personal appearance is not show fodder. Second of all, he's been here 5 years. I don't think he's lost or gained any weight. He's just a big guy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm with you, DR. I think he looks better in the off season.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And then you get to about game 5 and you won't be able to see his jawline again.
All right. Thank you, DR. That's great. Really appreciate you.
You laughing for Bob? Just encourage him.
That's not
I was supporting
funny at all.
You're laughing back there, Bear. Stop it.
I was imitating you. You're so funny, DR, making fun of our coach. Man's got a little bit of a problem, Bob.
I don't think he has a problem. I don't know why you have to bring that up.
I'm not. I don't know what to say.
Sometimes saying nothing in that case is the best course of action.
How many beers do you think he could crush in one sitting, though? Seriously.
We drank beer.
Who?
I liked beer. Still like beer.
I'm going to go full 18.
Coming up, we're about to interview a student athlete on the show, and this is the kind of immature nonsense you guys want to drag the show into. Just reprehensible.
I said looked like he'd be fun to party with.
Wyatt Hanoyan, transfer from Air Force, Tennessee's second baseman of the future and an on-base machine, joins us next when we continue. It's Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive. Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
At your service on a Monday afternoon here in East Tennessee, and pleased to be joined by Wyatt Hanoyan on the phone lines, Tennessee's second baseman of the future. Good afternoon, Wyatt. How are you, sir?
I'm doing amazing. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, we're doing really well. First of all, did I get that right? Are you going to be second base next year?
Yes, sir. That's the goal.
That's the plan, huh? Where are we talking to you from? Where are you right now?
I'm in Huntington Beach, California, about 5 minutes from the ocean.
Oh, I was going to say Costa Mesa. Did you go to Costa Mesa High? Or I used to live in Southern California in the OC. Is that where you actually went to high school?
Very cool. I did not. Costa Mesa's not too known for their athletics, so I went to Orange Lutheran High School, a little private school, about 25 minutes away.
Nice. Also, a friend of the program, CG's brother-in-law Kevin is a Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
Resident.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard.
Very
beautiful
cool.
place. Beautiful place. Well, this is a beautiful place too. You got to experience it when you came here to visit, Wyatt, and take us through the process deciding to leave Air Force. I know you had a bunch of schools wanting you to come play for them. Talk to us about the visit to Tennessee and what made you decide to become a Vol.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, it was a tough decision. The academy was awesome. I had an amazing experience. Got to do some really cool things. Flew in a jet, traveled in some amazing planes to places, saw some cool spots, and it was an awesome experience. Learned a lot about myself. Met a lot of amazing people. Still keep in touch with a lot of my boys back there. But at the end of the day, I want to get drafted, and I had to make that next step in my baseball career. And so going in the portal, didn't really expect a lot of the love I got. Didn't realize how many schools would be interested. And I was super blessed for that opportunity. And Tennessee was one of the first, five schools that called me on Monday. They're pretty quick to get in contact with me, and scheduled a visit fairly fast. And they were actually my first visit. And I mean, when I landed in Knoxville, a little bit different weather than I was used to. A little bit more humid. But it was an amazing place. The coaches were awesome, and just ultimately leading to my decision, the track record and how they really develop infielders, especially portal guys. The list goes on. There's a massive list. Gavin Keelan, Christian Moore, Dean Cody, all those guys. High draft round draft picks, and just looking at their track record made my decision easy.
So staying with that, I saw one of the articles regarding an interview that they had with you, and you talked about friend of the show, Ross Kivett, who was one of the people you were talking to a lot. And it sounds like that also kind of helped steer, right? Because that guy, Ross needs to kind of perk up a little bit, don't you think? I mean, he's
kind of a nut.
Yeah, no, that dude's got some serious energy, but it sounds like that resonated with you.
It was awesome. Yeah, I like to talk a lot too, and Coach Kiv also likes to talk, so it's fun. That first phone call we had was one of my longer ones on Monday, and it was great. It was one of the phone calls that was different. A lot of phone calls I had are the same. They ask the same questions, and I'm repeating myself a million times. And the call with Tennessee really stood out because it was more, we answered all the questions that everyone asked, and then it was getting to know me as a person and what I like to do and what I'm looking for and how they can help and a lot of things like that. And him and I hit it off right away, and we text almost every day now, and he's the man. He's awesome.
Wyatt Hanoyan with us this afternoon. Wyatt, when I'm looking at your numbers from Air Force this year, and the thing that jumps out to me, 498 on-base percentage. I've been saying an on-base machine. Is that what Tennessee is getting with you coming in here next year?
That's the goal. I mean, that's always been a part of my game is get on base at all costs. Got hit by pitch a good amount. Not scared to get out of the way, but get out of the way of baseball. And that's one thing I like to do is just get on base for the team and help the team win by any way possible. So that is something Tennessee fans are definitely going to see.
What have they talked to you about? Because again, Coach Russell here, they don't consult me on these things, but I'm kind of. It feels like leadoff hitter is written all over it. What are they telling you? I know they're not promising you anything. You got to come in and work and earn it, all that stuff. But what are they kind of selling you on as far as their vision for you and your role on the team next year?
Of course, yeah. I mean, nothing's going to be given. Everything's earned. That's how I want it to be, but. Of course, the vision in a perfect world is I'm batting, leadoff or second, getting on base a ton, and playing really solid second base, being able to switch it every day. And so that's kind of the plan we have, and just going to hopefully show up and execute in the fall and make that happen.
I had a question for you. You may not have the answer to it, but I'm going to ask anyway. And that is, you've been highly productive at Air Force Academy, obviously. You're coming into the SEC. Is some of this also from your perspective? Obviously, you want to get to the next step. You want to get to professional baseball. But some of it also is, in your mind, is when it comes to SEC baseball, is you feel like that's going to be the perfect primer for you to go to that next level versus what, if all the great experiences notwithstanding, and Air Force Academy, wonderful, wonderful institution, of course, but you feel like this is a necessary progression for you as well, right?
For sure, hands down. I mean, the SEC is the best conference in all of sports, especially for baseball. And being a West Coast guy, we always watch the SEC, and we're always envious of it out here because we don't have the fan bases that the SEC has. And we have a lot of talent on the West Coast, and it's cool. You're seeing a lot of talent kind of go into the SEC. And, yeah, it's always been a dream of mine, and hands down, for sure. You look at the track record of just every SEC guy, and the ones who play well in the SEC tend to get called up pretty quickly when they get drafted, and they're high round draft pick guys. And I think the SEC, I hear from a lot of people that are in minor league ball right now, and they're saying that the SEC was just as hard as, high A ball is, if not harder. And so I definitely think that's a natural progression that a lot of people would see as beneficial.
Talking with Tennessee baseball transfer Wyatt Hanoyan this afternoon on the program. And Wyatt, you mentioned you're a chatty guy. You like to talk, high energy, and we watched Tennessee baseball, and we got spoiled, of course, the Tony Vitello era, 3 out of 4 years, going to Omaha, winning the national championship in 2024. And that seemed to be one of the things that Tennessee was kind of missing out on this year. It was just that attitude, that swagger that kind of defined Tennessee baseball in the Vitello era. Is that something you think that you can help Tennessee get back? Is, that kind of raucous dugout that, not disrespectful, but borderline at times, a little cocky, a little swagger to it.
For sure. I mean, that was actually a big part of my decision too. Just talking with Coach Elander and really getting his perspective on kind of how Tennessee baseball has been perceived in the past, and that confidence that they play with, and that's something I like to play with myself. And being able to express express myself and play my game. And it's huge that having a coach like Coach Elander letting me do that is a very, very important thing for me. And that's why it made my decision even easier.
Yeah, this is I'm going to rewind for a second to the question we talked about earlier with Coach Kivett. And what I see from afar is the dichotomy between Ross Kivett and Josh Elander. And they obviously have a great rapport, great shorthand between each other. But you've obviously spoken with both of them. How would you best describe your vibe you're getting from Coach Elander? Because for what we see, it feels like it's all business, and everybody's got their own style. He's very different than Tony Vitello was. But how would you kind of best describe what you're feeling so far in your early discussions with Coach Elander?
Yeah, I mean, he's a coach I want to play for, hands down. He's very professional. I think this is a very good way of putting it. Super, super calm, and everything he says just holds a lot of weight, in my opinion. Like, he's not going to BS you, and he's just simple, patient, and very professional. I think that's the best way to describe him. I mean, I've only been out to Tennessee one time, so only hung out with him for about 3 days, and we call pretty frequently, but I think that's like the best way I can describe him, and I'm excited to get on the field and play for him and see how that coaching style is. But from what I've heard, I mean, he played college ball with my pitching coach at Air Force, and my pitching coach at Air Force had nothing but great things to say and said, there's no one he'd rather have me play for. If I couldn't play for Air Force, there's no one else he'd rather have me play for than Coach E. So, I'm excited to experience it.
Now, are there any of the players that you had a chance to, spend a little time with, say hello with, where you're kind of like, okay, man, I can vibe with these guys too?
Yeah, when I went out, only Evan Blanco was there. So I talked with him, and he's about to get drafted. And it was fun kind of picking his brain. Besides that, all the guys were kind of out either at Somerville or back home. I've been able to text with Trosclair a lot, another transfer. We've been texting a good amount, and so I've been able to vibe with him. It's been cool. He's a Louisiana kid. I'm a SoCal kid. Two very different personalities and upbringing. So it's kind of been fun because they're kind of polar opposites in a lot of things. And so it's been cool that we were able to click as much as we do. So I'm excited to spend time with him, and then hopefully when we finish out these next couple infielders in the portal, can talk with those guys more and hopefully room with one of them and grow that connection even more off the field.
So what's next for you? I mean, baseball is a funny sport, right? I mean, guys are playing in the Cape and in the Appalachian League here locally, and everybody has their own thing. You mentioned Trosclair. He's rehabbing an injury. What do the next couple of months look like for Wyatt Hanoyan?
Yeah, the plan was to go to the Cape and play for a couple of weeks and then go up to school early and train. And still kind of waiting it out. My advisor and I are still kind of talking it out, finding the best route for me. I may go up July 5th and just get there and start training with our strength guy, Keegan, getting quicker and faster and stronger and just kind of meeting some of the guys and doing that. So that's the plan. I'm either going to go up to school July 5th or July 15th to start training, or I'll leave for Somerville in a week and play in the Cape for a little bit and then go up to school middle of July and start preparing. So we'll see, but just training and getting ready for the season.
Okay, you're a West Coast kid. You're coming to Knoxville. We talked about that jaunt across the country. What's while you're spending time here, what's maybe the thing you're going to miss most from the West Coast? Not necessarily climate or anything else, but like food or something like that. And what are you most interested in coming here that might intrigue you from the standpoint? Got to eat healthy though, bud, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been spoiled growing up out here. The part of SoCal I'm from, there's literally every cuisine we could ask around. I'm a big Asian food guy. I love my poke and sushi, and so I'm definitely going to miss that the most. I actually have my sushi right next to me. I picked it up on the way here, and I'm going to eat it when we're done with this. So I'm going to definitely miss that. I love to surf, so I'm going to miss the beach too. So those are probably the two things I'm going to miss the most. And then going back to Knoxville, I'm excited to kind of experience a little bit of country. Out here it's a lot different. So just try some new foods. I've never really line danced. I kind of want to try line dancing, figure that out. And so, when we're out here, I want to just try new things that growing up in these last, 20 years of my life I've never done. So I'm excited.
All right, I want to know, before we let you go, a little bit more about what it was like to attend the Air Force Academy. And you mentioned that you flew on a jet. Now, is that like the jets we travel to back and forth, or are you talking like a fighter jet?
I'm talking a fighter jet, F-16. So our coach, Coach Keselowski, my favorite guy on the entire earth. He flew planes for 25 years, and so he has a lot of connections. So every baseball player, when we go home for Christmas break, he gives us the opportunity to go on an incentive flight. And so pretty much everyone says yes to it, because if you're saying no, you're kind of missing out. You're pretty dumb if you say no. And so he sent me to Vegas. I flew with our fighter squadron in Vegas. So I got to be in the backseat of a F-16, got to rip around. Pretty much everything you see in Top Gun, I got to do. Pulled 9 Gs, did that. And so that alone was, one of the coolest things I've ever done in my entire life. You don't meet many 19-year-olds that have hopped in a fighter jet. And then, once you're up in air, they actually let you fly for a little bit. So being able to fly one and say I've flown a fighter jet is pretty insane too. So from that experience alone was awesome. And, the rest of the academy it's a really cool place, really amazing opportunity. And it was a dream, not going to lie.
Now, when you're pulling 9 Gs, what does that feel like? What's going through your head? I feel like my lungs would be going through my head.
Yeah, it's definitely a little nerve wracking because you've never done it, and you watch Top Gun and you see them, G-lock and black out, and so that's kind of going through your head, and everyone's telling you you're going to throw up and all these different emotions you're going to feel. And so the funny part for me is if you're a fighter pilot, I'm about like 5'9". I'm actually the perfect build for a fighter pilot. If you're taller or a little bit smaller, it's harder to pull Gs, but I have like the perfect build. And so when I was pulling Gs, they teach you how to breathe a specific way, because if you don't breathe the right way, you're going to pass out in G-lock. And so you're doing the specific breathing, and the best way to describe it is there's these Normatec boots that you can put in your legs for recovery as an athlete. And the best way I describe it to people is you're in a G suit, which is your legs and like your whole body. And your whole body basically gets a gigantic, it feels like Normatec boots where it squeezes and compresses your body. So your body gets squeezed and you feel the blood start moving up to your head. And the more G's you pull, the more your eyes start to kind of shut. It looks like you're looking through a empty paper towel roll. That's the best way to describe it. Wow. And then eventually you level out and you go back to normal and you're like, wow, I just pulled G's. And it is like kind of the most addictive feeling ever. I'm not going to lie. He started pulling G's. I'm like, okay, we got to do that again. So we just started ripping and kept doing it. It was awesome.
Now, this guy might not be the right body type for it, but based on the conversations that you've had so far with this guy, this feels like something that could be up Kivett's alley.
So I told him all about it, and he wanted to do it so bad. And I told our coach Kaz at the academy, I said, you need to come out to Tennessee, because I can tell Kaz stories all day. And I was telling the whole coaching staff about him, and he's a legend, to say the least. And so all the guys want to meet him. But I was telling Coach Kiv, and he's like, I want to hop in a jet and try that. He's like, I'd probably throw up, but definitely once in a lifetime opportunity.
Not surprised.
I guess when you've been doing that and you get a kick out of that, standing in the box against 98 mile per hour heat doesn't really get to you the way it might some other people, right?
Yeah, when you go to the academy, you go through a lot of they call it intestinal fortitude you got to have, and you learn a lot about yourself, and you experience a lot of hard things, and so it makes the game a lot easier, because at the end of the day, it is a game. You're supposed to have fun, and there's no more fear really once you experience things like that. Like, your life is like you're in a fighter jet. You can die doing that, and once you overcome that and you do some of those things, facing a 100 mile per hour fastball, it's hard, but it's a different type of hard, and it's nothing that you've never seen before.
Are you big into college baseball? Will you watch the game tonight?
Oh yeah, I love college baseball. That was the coolest thing growing up, is I've seen almost every Tennessee highlight and every like SEC game from like 12 years old until now, and so being able to go to Lindsey Nelson was like a dream, and seeing some other schools I went to was awesome. And so, yeah, I'm excited for the game tonight. I was excited, got to game 3, so it'll be a fun one tonight.
Do you have a team you're pulling for?
I like both teams. I have a couple buddies at Oklahoma that I know, and so I don't really care. I'm a college baseball fan. Selfishly, it'd be kind of cool to see the SEC win, 7 straight years, but also having UNC go that many times and not win, it'd also be cool to see UNC win. And I love Coach Forbes is a great guy. He's an awesome person. So I'm rooting for either team. I don't really have a dog in this one. So yeah, it'll be a good one. I just want to see a good game. I don't want to see a blowout. That's going to make me a little upset. That's about it though.
That sport is just so wild, because we watched Tennessee play at Oklahoma about a month ago, maybe 5-6 weeks. And Oklahoma's kind of a mess. Tennessee won 2 of those 3 games, and you didn't really think much about Oklahoma. I mean, we were preoccupied with trying to see how far the Vols could go.
Yeah.
If you had told me then, Wyatt, that that Oklahoma team would be playing for a national championship tonight, I'd said you were crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's just baseball for you. I mean, that's what Coach Kim and I were talking about. Is I was talking with Tennessee guys like Oklahoma wasn't like this when you played, and they're like, heck no. And I was watching Oklahoma throughout the year, and it's funny. I mean, that's the thing with baseball. You get hot at the right time. There's always a team around this time of year that gets hot, and the last month of baseball, you want to play your best baseball come May and June, and that's exactly what Oklahoma's doing. So good for them.
Well, hopefully, with a little luck and a lot of hard work, we'll be watching you guys play in Omaha this time next year.
That's the plan.
That is the plan. All right, Wyatt, we appreciate it, man. Welcome to the Vol Athletics family. Can't wait to see you play in the orange and white next year, and really appreciate you taking the time to join us here this afternoon.
Of course, anytime. Thank you guys so much for your time, and excited to come out. Go Vols.
Thank you, Wyatt.
That's Wyatt Hanoyan, transfer from Air Force by way of California, coming to the Big Orange next year to play second base for Josh Elander and the Vols. And that's an impressive young man, Bob.
I got a feeling about him, man.
I'm excited.
I mean, just like what I think he can bring, the very things we've been talking about in terms of the energy. You posed the question to him. I mean, I think he's kind of got some of that that we feel we've been missing a little bit of.
Yeah. So
I love it.
We need it for sure. All right, we got to take a quick time out. It is absolutely pouring outside the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios right now. Be careful if you're out and about driving around listening to the show this afternoon. 865-966-3435 is our phone number if you want to get on with us. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive. For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit BlackfordVetSurgery.com.
Is that place still open?
I thought they might have torn it down.
No, it's still open. My man, my guy, Chuck Ward owns it. Shout out to Chuck Ward. He wants to buy your house. Yeah, he said he wants to line dance. Maybe ride the mechanical bull. He needs the full on Cotton Eye Joe's experience, I would say. GBO Kyle Beach says, I'm ready to watch this guy play. I'll agree with that, man. I mean, he's got some energy, a little bit of swagger. Now, I'll be interested to see how those numbers translate from the WAC or whatever conference Air Force plays into the SEC. I wouldn't pencil in a 500 on base percentage.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, having a switch hitting on base machine at the top of the order feels like something that we definitely need. And, you know, we talked a little bit earlier about having a little bit of angst. Is Tennessee doing the right things in the portal? Where are the extra commitments? They don't need much. I don't think you're just kind of laying out the basics of a lineup and things are yet to be determined. But you got this guy hitting near the top. You've got Levi Clark and Trent Grenlinger back. That's three pretty good hitters to build around right there. You add in Braden Kersey from Mercer as a left-handed slugger. Okay, now you got four. Go find another dude here in the next month or so and put him in there, and then hope you can work with the Blaine Browns, the Tyler Myatts, who's hit, I think, 3 home runs in his last 4 games playing in the Cape, something like that. See if some of these guys can develop. You know, Tyler Myatt is a great example of a guy that played JUCO ball at Walter State here locally, put up video game numbers, transfers to Tennessee, has trouble getting in the normal lineup, has trouble strikeout numbers and whatever. But you develop guys, right? This is where your coaching staff comes into play in developing guys. Look at Oklahoma, what they're doing right now. There are 13 junior college players on that roster. A bunch of guys who couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat for most of the season. And all of a sudden, for the past month, they're practically unbeatable, had won 9 games in a row before North Carolina got them yesterday. So those are a bunch of guys, including a bunch of JUCO guys, just like Tyler Myatt, who hadn't done much, and then they caught fire at the right time. So there's some luck that's involved in this. We certainly got lucky. We got hot in 2024. You have to have that kind of thing go against you, but you certainly have to have the players to begin with.
I'm blown away. Speaking of Oklahoma, I don't know if you saw this stat about Dayton LaChance.
Yeah. He's one of them.
Yeah, didn't hit a home run the first half of the season, and in like the last 30-plus games, he's hit 18. I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Absolutely crazy. Let's get a phone call from Phil. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What is that, David?
Phil, this kid, Wyatt Hanoyan, says he's going to miss his sushi and his poke. Do you know anywhere in South Knoxville for where Wyatt Hanoyan can find some good sushi or perhaps some poke?
Kroger's has got some.
Kroger's has sushi and poke?
They have sushi.
Yeah,
he's right. There's a couple people on the live chat talking that up too.
And there's a really good poke place that's highly rated over there and not far from campus. I'm sure he'll find it.
I guess we need to start going overseas and recruiting baseball now, you know.
Don't we have a guy named Sushi committed?
I'm not sure, but
Sushi
the
Wilson?
Hanoyan kid's from Southern California, Phil, not overseas.
Is that the last commitment they have? This guy y'all had on? Or what all commitments everybody talked about last week?
Well, the latest commitment is pitcher Ricky Ojeda from UC Irvine. He's a righty, but he is a draft risk. So I'm kind of wondering if he ever makes it to campus. But yeah, they got to pick up on some other guys. And somebody was saying in the chat earlier, look, it's still early. It's June. You have the draft coming up, and Tennessee has gotten a bunch of guys late in the process. the past couple of years out of the transfer portal. So you can worry if you want, but probably not time to push the panic button. I would agree with that.
Well, I hope they do better than 10th next year.
Is that what we finished?
Yeah.
The SEC this year?
We did.
Yeah, they got to do better than that.
Let's talk a little bit about Dusty May. Do you think he wants in the NBA at bad, or something going on with there?
Based on some of the stuff I've read, it sounds like he, the guy wins a national title in year 2 at Michigan, and so he's accomplished that pretty quickly. And it sounds like he was kind of some of the people close to him saying he's not enjoying kind of the topsy-turvy way college basketball is becoming, and where it is true, you got to build like a new team every single year.
That might be true. I'm not buying this. He was trying to get out ahead of the tampering allegations
No, I
or
don't
whatever.
think so.
This is very much like Tony Vitello. You get a chance to go to the NBA, you're probably going to take it. All those guys,
I agree,
worship the highest pinnacle of their sport, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever. And he's got a chance to go coach the Dallas Mavericks and Cooper Flack, man. That's going to be hard to turn down.
I mean, a team that won an NBA title too. It's been a little while, but still, it's not like you're coming in and inheriting the Brooklyn Nets or something like that.
Mark Cuban is not associated with Mavericks anymore, is he?
Correct. He's not.
Well, I mean, that's the way Indiana football is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they got rid of that GM who traded Luka, right?
Yeah, Nico Harrison.
He was not popular.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I think that AD at Michigan, wasn't he there when Harbaugh left and he was there when Dusty May left? It's kind of interesting if that's true.
That's the other stuff. Again, I'm just reading things, the articles and social media and stuff. There's a lot of chatter that
Ward Manuel.
Yeah, Dusty didn't get along with Ward Manuel either. So sounds familiar, maybe.
Bob, I think he'll end up in Indiana. He'll fall flat on his face at Dallas, and Indiana will come get him because that guy in Indiana's not going to make it.
Probably not. That's interesting. I mean, those Indiana fans, they've all assumed they were going to get Dusty May sooner or later.
If he fails in the NBA, maybe he'll be there when our guy decides to hang it up.
Could be.
Let's throw that out there.
Hey, Phil, the one thing I was saying earlier is for 2 reasons, I'd love to see Billy Donovan go to Michigan to keep him out of the SEC, and also just to see the Kentucky fans just have another meltdown episode.
Well, Pope is recruited good enough here at the end to probably save his job. I'm really kind of impressed what he did under the circumstances up there.
Yeah, no, the Momcilovic get was a big deal, man. I think that cured a lot of the ills with the fan base, but still got to go out and win now.
Yeah, and they don't take finishing, down the totem pole. They don't like it up there.
Who does? Yeah. Phil, what do you think about it?
How's Hopper going to do next year, guys? Is he going to get is the guy from Penn State going to play or what? I mean,
Chaz Coleman?
Yeah.
No, I think they're dotting the I's and crossing the T's and trying to figure out a way to extricate. I mean, he can't play, Phil. He hasn't been practicing. He's not been working out.
Well, go ahead and cut him. I mean, what are you wasting time for?
I don't think it matters because he's not getting paid. He's not on the team. He's not working out. He's not being a malcontent or anything. But this day and age, Phil, anytime the words mental health are thrown around, like you just have to be careful. So in case the kid does something crazy or something, that it doesn't come back on you as an institution. And I think that's what's happening here.
What all that money you had showing on the internet? Where did you get that from? I mean, huh?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
I mean, he got something from Tennessee to sign here, first of all. And he was here buying a car.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was not like he was buying a Lambo or Ferrari.
What was he getting?
A used Cadillac,
Escalade.
mid-sized. Okay. It wasn't an Escalade.
He probably isn't going to Masters Air Lounge now, you know. So,
Speaking of places that
say
are
hi
still
to
open,
him when you see him down there, Phil.
At the Mouse's Ear?
Yeah. That's right. Phil's more of an Emerald Club guy.
I was going to say, what's the place out on Alcoa Highway with 29 beautiful ladies and one ugly one?
It's changed
the
names
ball.
so
Yeah,
many
they keep changing
times,
names. Last Chance, the Ball.
Yeah.
Well, Phil's nothing if not someone who likes to support single mothers. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of the drive just around the corner. It'll start with a quick look at the sports headlines du jour with our good buddy Walker Smith. Then we'll get into our third and final hour. Open lines the rest of the way. If you want to chime in, 865-966-3435 is your phone number to get on board, 966-3435. Hour number 3 of the drive coming up.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say it loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning into The Drive, and we begin our third and final hour, as always, with the Top 5 at 5, brought to you this afternoon by ECR Total Landscapes. Walker Smith, what you got?
Thanks, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee redshirt freshman quarterback George McIntyre will be spending the week in Louisiana at the Manning Passing Academy. The camp, featuring Archie Manning, Eli Manning, and Vol legend Peyton Manning, is celebrating the 30th year since its start on June 25th and runs through the 28th. McIntyre is in a battle for the starting quarterback job with for head coach Josh Heupel with freshman Faison Brandon.
Who all have we sent to the... I seem to remember like Tyler Bray going to the Manning Passing Academy. Maybe Jonathan Crompton.
I was going to say, I think Crompton went. That's who I was thinking of.
Maybe Ainge. Nico definitely went. Joe Milton went.
Did Hendo?
I'm sure Hendon went.
Yeah.
It's the advantage of having a Manning, having Peyton go to your school. You're pretty much assured of getting a guy to the Manning Passing Academy every single year.
Where did he come into? Like
Joey Throwy? I don't know. That's a good question.
Jaguar.
Can't remember. And if there's one thing that I think we can all agree on is there is a massive correlation between your quarterback going to the Manning Passing Academy and winning.
Of course. Excellence is bred there.
Who was it that got sent home? Is it Manziel?
I think so, yeah.
Take
it was a big story.
Forgot about
Maybe
that.
he stayed out a little bit too much, too long.
Manning's... They're a lighthearted group of guys, but they seem to take ball very seriously.
They took their football a little seriously.
I'm trying to remember, where did they have it?
Somewhere in Louisiana.
It's hot.
Yeah. I'd be worried about GMAC sweating off all the weight he's put on this offseason.
How much weight has he really put on, though?
Why George McIntyre should decline an invitation to the Manning Passing Academy. My take coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
Now, this is interesting. Bockwinkel just wrote that the report earlier today was that Milton was the last UT quarterback to attend, implying that Nico did not attend.
Huh. I imagine that, like, hey, Nico, would you like to come to the Manning Passing? How much do I get?
Exactly.
How much?
True. Well, let me send my people over to negotiate a package
Cut
deal.
the check, Peyton.
It's true. At number 2, the Tennessee Titans agreed to a 3-year contract extension with the defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons over the weekend. The deal is worth $105.8 million with $100 million guaranteed. Simmons posted a career-high 11 sacks last season.
Jeffrey Simmons, a great example of a guy who his career started out very rocky. And there are a lot of people. This guy is on video picking up a woman and slamming her into the pavement.
I was going to bring it up later, but he's kind of in that. There's another person. He's not as successful as Jeffrey is on the field, but Jameis Winston is kind of the World Cup sweetheart.
Very different. Well, different, I would say. But Jeffrey Simmons on video slamming a young lady into the concrete. There are a lot of people saying that Mississippi State should rescind his scholarship offer. I remember it was a huge story. And Mississippi State took him. They had a PR nightmare. Oh, it's, win at all cost, whatever. There was chatter that the Titans shouldn't take him. Oh, the Titans are win at all costs. The NFL doesn't respect women, whatever. And Jeffrey Simmons has been a model citizen, not only on, but
off the field, huge in the community. He's the face of the franchise. Seems like a really good dude. Don't hear hasn't had a peep of trouble since then. So I mean, it's just it's a good story, man. Good for him. And
I think there was a little more to it. I'm not saying what he did was all right. Body slamming a girl is never good.
She was attacking a
female member of his family, and he just lost his mind.
He's put it together, man. 28 years old, and now signing a $100 million contract with the Titans.
At number 3, it all comes down to this in college baseball as Oklahoma and North Carolina play a winner-take-all Game 3 for the College World Series Championship. First pitch is tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN.
This seems like it's been forever since we had a baseball game ourselves.
Oh, yeah. Did any of you see the pregame stuff yesterday with Jack DeLongchamps?
No, was he on ESPN?
He kind of did like a Lee Corso thing. He was doing pregame, and he was out there with the folks who were doing the studio portion of the show, and they were picking their winners. It was like Rooney and some of these other folks, and he put on the batting helmet of he picked North Carolina yesterday, but they're giving him a lot of airplay, man.
Good for him.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's working that whole College World Series thing. He has been as like a correspondent.
Another person who used Fan Run Radio as a launching point to stardom.
Mm-hmm. It's a good dude. Good dude. Big Dog West Tennessee, by the way, says the Manning Passing or Quarterback Academy, whatever we want to call it, is held at Nichols State.
That's right.
At number 4, let's look at the MLB series beginning this weekend. The Yankees have a series against the Tigers in Detroit. The Phillies take on the Nationals. The Dodgers play at the Twins, and the Braves begin a series against the Padres in San Diego.
A little late night baseball for us Braves Vision subscribers. Game starts at 10 p.m. tonight.
Stay up late.
Staying up, watching that, watching some baseball, the College World Series game, watching a little World Cup, Algeria and Jordan.
11 p.m.
I've always said when Algeria and Jordan lock horns in the World Cup, Bob, you throw the records out the window.
Dude,
it's not all that you throw out the window.
It's appointment television.
Yeah.
Appointment television.
Any of you House of the Dragon fans?
Love it.
Did you watch it last night?
Didn't even know it was coming back. Is it season 3?
Yep, season 3 premiere.
I might have to break down and
watch some
HBO.
I just need to rewatch it if I want to.
I got to tell you, I watched it last night and I was like, I think I got to watch it again because for that reason.
That's what I've heard.
The storyline is like,
it's just really complicated.
Yeah.
Well, she had fallen off the dragon at the end of the spoiler alert.
And at number 5, an Oklahoma Arby's employee is being accused of giving herpes to a customer.
Oh, whoa.
It's not nice.
It's a family show.
On purpose?
The former manager is being charged with a felony poisoning for spitting in a woman's food and as a result giving her herpes.
You can get herpes from that?
Apparently. Police video shows the former manager spit into the customer's food, and there were reports of her bragging about it later to her cohorts. The victim has filed a lawsuit, and a warrant was issued for the manager's arrest.
Yeah.
I filed a lawsuit.
Go ahead and execute that person.
Give me something that you can never get rid of that's going to affect any kind of relationship you try to have with another human being.
Do you think this I told you all I'm watching a series that's been around for a little while, but I'm just getting caught up with it on Apple TV Plus, and it's kind of a spy series, and there's this whole situation where there's this guy who is killing people by touching them with a certain substance that will get into their skin and kill them.
Like polonium?
Far out.
Oh, so I've never heard of this before.
Polonium? I've seen it in movies before, yeah.
That's what Bear's boy Vlad does to people, right?
Well, and that's what's ironic is it is a Russian, by the way.
Yeah, because if you get it on you, there's nothing. I mean,
yeah.
The worst part about it is
what series is this?
Slow Horses.
Oh yeah. Okay.
He's basically laying in a hospital
Yeah.
for about 24 hours while you slowly die.
This one, it like triggered a heart attack or something.
Bummer way to go.
Polonium poisoning, yeah, it's not quick.
Figured you would know. That's why I brought it up.
I watch a lot of TV, Bob. It's been people have used it before. I don't know if Vlad does that or he'll just flat out, there's an epidemic of people that fall out of windows in tall buildings in Russia. Every time you play this song, I think about doing it to you.
What's your favorite way?
I was going to say a lot of smiles while you're saying all that.
I mean,
I could think of no more horrifying way to go than if somebody slipped up on you and just touched you with polonium on their hand or something.
But do you feel a point of national pride whenever you hear like Russian dissident Alexander Navalny thrown out of a 14th story window in downtown Moscow today?
No, because literally no one in my family I've not one shred.
That's what makes it so strange that you're.
That's part of I get it, man. That's the company line, right?
Yeah, whatever, Bob. I rooted for the bad guys in WWE because I thought that Hulk Hogan was corny as hell. And I think that's been proven out. Nobody liked the guy.
What does Hulk Hogan have to do with
That's
your
why I rooted for the Iron Sheik.
Red tendencies.
What red tendencies?
The Iron Sheik. Never thought I'd mesh all that together in this conversation.
The Iron Sheik?
How are your Iraqi boys doing right now against France, Bear?
I have no idea. Who do you root for in that one?
France.
Surrender.
You root for France, Bear.
What
do you mean? Who do you root for in Iraq versus France?
Well, last time
you root for France.
We spent 20 years getting rid of the Ba'athist.
You're
running Iraq.
You root for our ally, the country we bombed Iraq with, not the country we bombed.
I don't know that the French bombed Iraq.
They were in the coalition of the willing. Look it up.
Oh,
look it up.
I know you don't know, but
I don't know about that. Usually they make us fly around their country to go bombing people.
That is the Top 5 at 5, brought to you by our friends at ECR Total Landscapes. If your yard is out of control, needs to be cut, or if it's under control and you're just tired of being the one that controls it, check out ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Take advantage of their monthly maintenance package. You could get them to do all the heavy lifting for you, including the mowing, the de-weeding of your flower beds, the leaf blowing, the trimming, the mulching, all of it. Let them do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great and more free time for you. Mention promo code FANRUN and you'll get 10% off your first month of the monthly maintenance package. 865-384-2012 is their number, 384-2012. Online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Russell, Bob, and Bear back with you. Thank you, Walker. Excellent job on the Top 5 at 5 this afternoon. As Dusty May fleeing Michigan for the greener pastures of Dallas in the NBA. Really interesting stuff. Really interesting story today. And it'll be really interesting to see what Michigan does next. I mean, the perception, I believe, is that they will call Billy Donovan. And if you're Billy Donovan, I mean, and you want to get back into the college game, this is a guy that considered taking the North Carolina job, right? It's just the timing wasn't right. He didn't want to leave before the end of the Bulls season.
Yeah.
If you would consider the North Carolina job, you would consider the Michigan job, right? And I would argue that the Michigan job is more attractive than North Carolina right now. It's a better league, and they've got more money. And that's when you see all these lists, and we're in list season, right? What's the best college football job? What's the best, NBA job? What's the best college job is the one with the most money anymore. The school that's going to support you. Nobody supports their football, basketball programs better than Michigan right now. Not by a wide margin anyway. Maybe, Texas, Ohio State, they're in the conversation, but Michigan's right up there. So
they've also proven they will go to any lengths and make no apologies for winning.
I mean, I don't know how important that aspect of it is to Billy Donovan, but if you just want to win and you want to be at an institution that supports you and is going to make sure that your operation is well funded, I mean, Michigan would be right up there. If they don't go to that route, or he does say no, they come to him and he says no, I mean, the scenario of Nate Oates leaving, and that's a guy that would leave. I mean, you talked earlier about Schertz signing the deal and saying that he wants to coach his team and all that stuff. Nate Oates doesn't give a damn about Alabama or the players on that roster that he's assembled. Nate Oates, if you call him, I would argue, I know Michigan is a football school too, but they're not as much of a football school as Alabama. Here's what I mean by that. Michigan and Alabama both are win at all cost when it comes to football, and football pays all their bills and all that stuff. But Michigan, obviously, they're the defending basketball national champions. They pay lip service to basketball in a way that Alabama hasn't historically. I know Alabama's investing more now.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Oates has brought a winner there. He's taken them to a Final Four. They're giving him more of what, but he'll never get the level of support. He will always be a distant second place. Michigan just feels like it's a little bit more arm in arm. It just feels like basketball is more of on an even footing historically there with football than it is at Alabama or any SEC school, not named Kentucky for that matter.
I mean, Bob, haven't they had more success basketball-wise than they have football in the past 25 years, 30 years?
No. I think they've won.
Got to be pretty close.
It's pretty close. I mean, they've won. Michigan has won.
They won 97 in football, and then whatever when they cheated.
Mm-hmm.
The asterisk year recently.
Yeah.
Cockgate.
That's it, Russ.
And
whatever happened
Michigan's won 2 national titles in basketball. They won in like 89, I believe, or 90 when they beat
89.
Seton Hall. And then just last year.
92, 93 Final Fours.
They've been to Final Fours many times with the Fab Five. They were in the Final Four under Beeline, not too long ago.
You consider them a blue blood, Bob, in basketball? Are they borderline?
I'd say they're adjacent. It's a really good program. But I mean, they're not in the same. They're not in the same breath for sure with like Duke and UConn. Those two, to me, I mean,
UConn's.
Right,
there's UConn, and then to me, there's a power gap between everybody else.
Yeah,
I just think blue blood. We might have to reevaluate our definition of that term in the NIL era. Now that money is so openly a part of this, I think that teams like Michigan and we see with Indiana in football, I think it's just going to upturn things. Duke still has money to throw it. UConn is going to have money because they don't throw it at football and all this stuff. And Kansas isn't going to let that basketball program go by the wayside, Kentucky, all that. But if a school like Michigan or Tennessee or whoever, Texas Tech, gets the money and they want to crash the party and they want it bad enough, and they'll be able to have a voice in it.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that, and this doesn't apply to Michigan, but I mean, for some of these schools, Texas Tech, even Tennessee, I don't feel like you're in that conversation until you win something. And
Sure.
Texas Tech got to a championship game in, what was it, 19? 19, but that's been
Against
about
Virginia?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. We still can't make a Final Four. That is mind-boggling. We have never made a Final Four.
No. So your point is a good one, though, Russ. The Michigan job will be very, very attractive. I mean, they should not. I mean, it's a gut punch for a moment that Dusty May is leaving, but that's probably a top 5 or 6 job right now. It's pretty safe to say that.
Coming up, it's today's hot question. I'm going to give you a list of college football coaches that are perceived to be on the proverbial hot seat entering this season. You guys, your assignment is to tell me whose seat is the hottest, who's gone, and who can possibly hang on. That's coming up next. You're listening to The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
He had an assignment. He's had 3 days. He wants me to follow him on Twitter, and he keeps tagging me. He keeps unfollowing me and then following me again. I guess he, in his mind, he thinks that I will see this and be like, oh, there's Joshy Boy. I got to follow him. Joshy Boy, we've been over this. You have to give me a reason to follow you. A follow for me is earned, not given. You call in and state your case to me, why I should follow you on X, what you are going to add to my life, how you are going to improve the quality of my social media experience. If you can convince me, Joshy Boy, then you might just get the follow. But I'm not going to give it to you just because you asked for it. It's not the way this works. This is a meritocracy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You don't know what?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, what's he going to do that would make you follow him?
I don't know. I mean, that's up there. You talk that over with him. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to tell him how to gain my. I mean, he's got to come up with it. He's got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, man. That's what my mom used to say. Figure it out. Portions of the show today brought to you by SM Athletics. Does your company have any screen print or embroidery needs for your business or your sports team, your organization, your whatever? Then you need to give SM Athletics a call. You'll get excellent customer service and great products at a fair price. And when they say it is done, you can rest assured knowing that it will be done right and on time every time. Don't chance it with unreliable mega stores or online stores. Trust a local brand. Give SM Athletics a call today at 865-966-3434 or just go online to smathletics.com. So it's hot seat season as we get set for the 2026 American College Football Experience. And I don't know if it's going to be as wild and woolly as it was last year when you had LSU open up the first month of the season or whatever it was. Then Florida was open and Penn State. And
the musical. Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to have one of those, but I mean, there are clearly some guys coming into the season feeling the flames, licking at their booty.
A little bit of warmth from their seat.
So I'm going to just in no particular order. I'm going to give you 5 names, and you tell me who has the hottest seat. You tell me who's safe, okay? You tell me who's gone and who's safe.
Okay.
Shane Beamer.
Warm.
Mike, no. Listen to the instructions. I'm going to give you the names, then you tell me who's safe, who's gone. Shane Beamer. Mike Norvell, Lincoln Riley, Luke Fickell, up there, Wisconsin, and Dave Aranda.
At Baylor? Is that where he's at?
For now.
Okay.
Beamer, Norvell, Riley, Fickell, Aranda. Bob, are any of those guys automatically gone in your mind?
The one that would stand out to me, but it sounds like they don't have the money to deal with it, is Norvell at Florida State.
Yeah.
That to me is like the no-brainer, like unless he goes like undefeated this year.
What they were 3-9 last year?
Yeah.
After beating Alabama.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
How does
they've
that
also
even
said
happen?
they've also made the comment, being a state school and stuff, they can't afford the buyout.
I honestly don't know what's worse, that they would go 3-9 ever, or that Alabama would lose to that team in a year where they clearly didn't have a bad team and they whooped our ass, went to the college football playoff.
Didn't they had a worse season than that a year or two before that?
Yeah. I mean, he is coming off. Well, they were 5-7 last year, so they won 5 games, but they were 2-10 the year before.
Right. Yeah, that's off the heels of that undefeated season that they had, the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him that huge raise after they had that undefeated season where they didn't get to the college football playoff, and then because they thought that he might go to Bama to replace Saban.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just – and you could see how it happened, right? Any athletics director would do that. Like Danny White would do that.
Sure.
Any of the guys we've had do that. You have a great season like that, and you're worried that your coach is going to go. You open up the checkbook, man. You give him all the money. It's what happens. And man, they got burned. You think Texas A&M got burned with Jimbo Fisher, or LSU got burned with Brian Kelly? They got nothing on Florida State, because you're right, man. They're kind of stuck. So Norvell is you say like he should be gone, but they might not be able to even do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a once proud program. I can't imagine that if he has another like 3 or 4 win season, something like that they'd have to pull the plug. They'd have to.
I mean, the other side, I think Riley's safe.
I don't know, man. You're on the hot seat for a reason, and his record has been better than all those other guys, but he's also at a brand where mediocrity is not acceptable.
Yeah, but do they have this is probably a really good question for CG. Is their booster base really wanting to spend the kind of money that you have to right now to compete at the top level? I imagine his buyouts eye-watering.
I mean, you're in the Big Ten.
They're USC.
Yeah, 9-4 last year, 7-6 the year before, 8-5 the year before that. Guys, 35-18 in 4 seasons at SC.
Yeah, that
ain't gonna cut it.
Feels like it's either now or never for him. Just got to figure it out. You just got to get some sort of stability or some direction.
Who among that group? Dave Aranda.
Do they even care enough to fire him?
Well, he came in, set the bar high. 9-2 first season, 12-2 second season, and then since then he's been like
steady decline.
I'm just counting here: 9, 17, 22, 22, 27, 22, and 34 the last 4 years.
Ooh. That gets you fired in the SEC, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They have a huge game with Auburn at Auburn. I think it's either their first or second game of the season. That's a game where
Comrade Golish in Auburn.
Well, you know who they have at quarterback. That's going to be interesting. It's kind of like a Florida re-get together with Lagway going up against Byram Brown.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where Lagway ended up, wasn't it?
Correct.
It's going to be a sneaky fun game to watch. Yeah, that's the first week of the season. That's a kickoff.
So we talked about those two would be at the top of the list for me.
Aranda and Norvell.
I don't
Beamer.
Well, I was just going to talk about Beamer. I was going to say, I don't think Riley, I think Riley's got some heat, but I think he's safer than the guys we just talked about. And then Beamer, I just don't know. It's like, what does South Carolina really expect from their program? You know what I mean? It's like, have they ever really been that good? I know under Holtz and Spurrier, they were okay. They were all right, but
Spurrier took him to a championship game appearance in 2010. They were 9-4 year before last.
Yeah, it was almost like a fluke. It felt like, though.
I don't think Beamer is a good. Beamer's a goofball.
Yeah,
he's a weirdo.
He's still
right?
stained by Cockgate as well.
That sounded really dirty.
Is he not?
Cockgate. I think South Carolina. I won't use the term sleeping giant, but from the infrastructure, they're doing a big stadium renovation this offseason and everything. And they've had good teams. They've had good players. They've got a fertile recruiting base there along the coast, even into North Carolina and Georgia. They're able to get guys and everything. I've always thought they should be a little bit better than they should. They've just had so much coaching turnover through the. It just feels like it's always a revolving door. It's always the next guy.
Before last season, when he finished 4-8, his record was 29-22 at South Carolina, which is not terrible. Again, that
should have been 28-23.
Yeah, no. But my point is, I'm just like, I still think. Of course, they want to win, but their expectations are not the same as Tennessee and Alabama and Georgia and LSU.
Who was the fifth person?
Luke Fickell.
I think he could get. What's he done? Absolutely nothing. And
he
just fizzled up there.
Yeah, and he was a guy just like Aranda. It was kind of like the next big thing. Remember when he was at Cincinnati and it was just
everybody wanted him, but he was. Remember how picky he was about what job he was going to take?
there was a lot of people who thought that he would be at Notre Dame or Michigan or something like that someday. He was just waiting on the Big Ten job of choice. Ohio State, where he was an interim coach.
I mean, got one of the I feel like, as crazy as this may sound to a lot of people, he got one of the best jobs in the Big Ten in Wisconsin.
He was after his first season at Cincinnati, which was kind of a, getting familiarized or whatever you want to say. He was 53-10 at Cincinnati over 5 years. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
What's he been at Wisconsin?
Not so great. 12, 16, 16 and 21 over 3 seasons. Yeah. And I mean, that's a program. You have to understand though, where Wisconsin came from. They have expectations now. They were horrible, like in the 80s and
before Alvarez.
Yeah. Before Alvarez. So they are not a rich in tradition football program.
You know how quickly fan bases get split. I mean,
yeah.
Rose Bowls all the time, and I mean, even when they weren't going, they were always in the conversation year in and year out.
Yeah,
with that program.
Throw in one more here for you just before we get back to these busy phone lines this afternoon. What do you guys think old Dabo is thinking as he rolls into his? I mean, he's been there over 10 years, right?
Oh yeah. Longer than that.
I almost wonder if
probably close to 15.
And don't confuse me with a Dabo fan, but I'm wondering if Dabo might be starting to think like, I need a second act like what Rick Barnes had. Like go somewhere else.
Either that or go the Jay Wright route, and just because it's obvious that he doesn't like this new era of with the NIL and the portal. He's been very slow to acclimate to all that. And I wonder if he'd, they could just all shucks and on TV.
He would be good on TV. I could see him being the golly gee, good old boy of college football.
I just can't stand him. He's a gump at heart.
26-14 in his last 3 seasons at Clemson is Dabo Swinney.
Nobody benefited more from our descent into mediocrity more than Clemson and Dabo Swinney.
I just wonder if it's one of those. Obviously, he wouldn't go to South Carolina, but would USC take a look at him? Would Florida State?
Florida State, be a lot more likely. I can't see USC hiring that guy. You see him in Southern California?
No.
Could you see Rick Barnes in Southern California?
Yes.
What's the difference?
He doesn't come off like a hick. There's a difference between being, even though Barnes is from Hickory, he's not a hick. He's very polished.
I don't think Dabo's
he's a damn gump, Russ. Come on, dude. They don't want a gump out there, and what's he gonna do? Run down the Coliseum?
Let's not pretend like Dabo is Jeremy Pruitt dumb.
Roll down Tide.
Dabo looks like damn Stephen Hawking sitting next to Jeremy Pruitt.
I mean, Dabo over the course of 18 years has a nearly 80% winning.
All right.
Yeah,
like I said, man, he had a lot of factors went into it. He almost got ran right before he got good. They were talking about getting rid of him,
but he didn't, man. Won a couple of natties at Clemson.
We pulled out a machine gun here at Tennessee and just pointed at our feet and started blasting.
I don't think the two events are as intertwined as you make it sound. Dabo is going to win. Yeah, things went right for him. Again, it's sports. You got to have a little bit of luck, but I think you're being
the old nasty boy at quarterback.
I think you're being very dismissive.
Can't stand him, dude.
Dabo.
That's Bammer born and bred.
Roll down Tide.
If you want to crown him, be my guest.
I'm not crowning him. I'm saying he's pretty good coach. He's not some knuckle dragging,
I don't think that he would go over. I don't think they'd hire him at Southern Cal.
Well, no, I agree.
I think there's a huge difference between how he presents and how Rick Barnes presents.
I think I could see like a Florida State. That's an interesting one. Would he go to Tallahassee?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then again, I mean, is he going to color outside the
league.
lines where, Florida State, they kind of invented cheating.
Is he going to color outside the lines? Dabo?
No, he would never. I feel
He doesn't like the NIL and he doesn't like the transfer portal.
No, that's the biggest thing is that he refuses to fully commit in the transfer portal like everyone else does.
Well, again, like we mentioned Rick Barnes and a career reset and everything. And I think that if he moves on to if he coaches somewhere else again and he wants to win at a championship level, he's going to have to embrace those things because you have to embrace those things to win because that's where we are in college sports now. So if he can wrap his mind around that, it seems like he's coming to it. I don't buy for a second that he wasn't cheating his ass off when he won those. I mean, he does a good Bobby Bowden impersonation of acting like he's Lily White, but you don't win big-time championships in college football without paying players.
There's one you don't have on the list that I think.
Okay.
It's Brent Venables.
Hmm.
And the reason I thought of that was connecting the dots. Like if Dabo had the Oklahoma job put in front of him.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Venables is, he's got Mateer back. He's got his coaches back. They went to the playoff and everything. That would be a Brian Kelly-like precipitous fall from grace. I mean, he's not on the hot seat going into the season, but if he just fell on his face this year, then I could see.
I would say that, or if they finish 7-5, I think then the heat gets ratcheted up heavy for him next season for sure. I just think they're going to lose their patience. There are probably some in the fan base that already have.
Not the most patient of fan bases.
No.
At OU through the years. That is
I don't mind Brent Vegetables anywhere near as much as I do Dabo.
Yeah, you are clearly down on Dabo, man.
Don't like him. I've never liked that guy.
Would you bite him?
No.
Big second game of the year for the Sooner.
Tomato at him.
Big second game for Oklahoma this year at Michigan. Open up with UTEP, the Wolverines in the Big House, and then New Mexico before they go to Georgia, then Dallas. That's a tough schedule, man.
They took Michigan down in Norman last
year. They did. But, I mean, Michigan, little bit, chaotic situation with Sharon Moore and a true freshman quarterback. A new coach this year, but much more stable situation. I don't think that he's going to be harassing women left and right.
Sure.
As he's supposed to be.
What he's doing right now.
Probably sitting in a jail cell somewhere,
no,
wondering where it all went wrong.
I don't think he got jail time, did he?
Is he out?
I thought he got probation or something.
Walker, look, is Sharon Jail currently incarcerated? Let's get Roberto in here next. Roberto, you're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
Bear and I seldom agree, but the righteous Clemstone down there is a TV evangelist.
That's a good one, Roberto.
I cannot stand that guy. He gives football coaches and televangelists a bad name at the same time. I cannot stand him.
I do recall him saying that he had his most important NIL deal is like with the Lord Jesus Christ.
With the Lord.
Yeah.
100%.
God bless you.
That.
Yeah. God bless. He's from that Bobby Bowden school.
Gosh.
How much is
talking out of both
Jesus?
sides of your mouth?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, praise
you already
Jesus.
mentioned it, Russ. Oh, I'm sorry, Bear.
Nah, he's just a phony, and I just think he's a phony and a fraud, a fake.
Yeah. Russ, you already mentioned it. I believe it was you that said it. I mean, he's Bobby Bowden remade.
Yeah. If he coached high school, Bobby'd be the head coach of CAK.
Wow.
As a CAK grad, I'm actually going to say I'm not going to disagree with that, Bear. I don't know. Across the landscape of college football, the only other is your boy Greg Schiano going to get fired this year, guys?
It's a good question.
That would be a pretty hot seat, I would imagine.
I didn't even know he was still. I thought he'd already quit.
I keep waiting for. I mean, all those people who told us 10 years ago that we'd be lucky to have him and we can't do any better and all this stuff. I thought he would be coaching the Dallas Cowboys by now.
Brando Trolkin, that guy, the pool guy, what's his name? It's not Barrett. Barrett Slee's a good guy. No.
We don't have to go through all the list. But, yeah, he's coming off of 5-7. He was 7-6 before that, 7-6, 4-8, 5-8, 3-6. Yeah, he's 99 and 100 at 8 at Rutgers. I guess that takes his first stint into account there, but not going great for him. But they're in the Big Ten now, Roberto. You got to give him some leeway, right?
I guess so. I mean, Ray Rice ain't walking through that DOA. I think he's in jail, speaking of the devil. Isn't he in jail? Ray Rice killed somebody, right?
No. He knocked his girlfriend out.
Yeah.
Oh, he just knocked her out. Wasn't she pregnant?
I can't remember. They didn't suspend him until the
was
video
something.
came out. That was the wild part about that one. Like, you knew he knocked his girlfriend out. That didn't rate a suspension until everybody saw the video. And then suddenly you had to suspend him.
Yep. Well, guys, this Dusty May thing, I earlier today, I likened it to Tony Vitello, but it's totally different. I mean, Dusty May has a requisite amount of NIL dollars equal to essentially a market cap for what he's going to be doing at Dallas. I think it's a great hire by them. I really do. Maybe I'm in the minority, and that's okay. You haven't really talked about what you think about the hire.
From Dallas's standpoint? I don't know enough about the NBA. Bob, is this a good hire for the Mavs?
I think it's why not? I think it is a good hire. I think some of what goes on with this NBA stuff too is just to be able to relate to these guys. They don't want a retread guy. They want to maybe have a fresh face, fresh eyes. And the guy's been successful. So
he's pretty young, isn't he? He's like 41, 42.
No, he's 40.
Is that right?
I want to say maybe he is. I was going to say maybe 48, but maybe he's younger than that.
Well, whatever. I mean, 40 some odd is still, I mean, I hope is still considered pretty young.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he just came from the college game where some of those guys are, again, not requisite to the NBA, but requisite to the rest of college basketball. They make a ton of money. And he's dealt with a lot of people's personalities. If I was Michigan, by the way, and I was willing to fund NIL, you've already mentioned the name. I would hire Jay Wright so fast it would make your head spin. He didn't want to be at Villanova, not because of NIL, because they had no money. They can't hang with the big boys, and he wasn't going to be able to win championships there. You can see that now.
So why hasn't anybody else hired him?
I don't think any major jobs have really come open. And
North Carolina was open.
Have they?
Kentucky. I mean, all these guys wanted him. I think he might be done. I really do. But
was Kentucky open when I thought Mark Pope had been hired before he retired?
No.
I thought when I told him to go, well, whatever. That's who I want for the record. I'll sheep it up. I'm going to stump for that when it happens. When that day comes, which I don't wish on us at any point, we should go for Jay Wright. Why not?
I don't disagree. I'd give him a ring.
Dusty May's 49, by the way.
49. Man, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, guys, I really appreciate it. Looking forward to the College Baseball World Series tonight. As a fan, you said it earlier this week, I think, or last week, Russ, you said you don't view Oklahoma kind of like you do the rest of the SEC yet. And I tend to agree with you. And I just don't hate them as much. I like their coach. I like he's a good old, country boy, kind of white trash. North Carolina is everything that's wrong with college baseball. They are all Richards, as you guys would say over there. I cannot stand them, and they're entitled without having a championship. And frankly, I would rather Oklahoma win a championship and us still be able to wave the banner when we go into North Carolina to recruit a baseball player that they don't have a national championship there. I don't think any of their major schools have a national championship in baseball. It helps us in recruiting, if anything else. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate it. We got to take a quick time out here. Final break of the show. We'll come right back. Joshy Boy is ready to plead his case.
Yes.
This should be interesting.
Stay tuned. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
It's official. It's summer. And how does East Tennessee do summer? With your Knoxville Smokies, of course. Only 5 homestands remaining. So if you haven't been to a game yet, what are you waiting for? Next week is a huge week with All You Can Eat Wednesday, Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday, Friday fireworks, and then Saturday, we're celebrating our country's 250th birthday. America's favorite pastime and fireworks. Is there a better way to celebrate? And come meet Bluey on Sunday. Don't miss the fun. Get your tickets now at smokiesbaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville.
JB, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. So, what do you guys make of Dusty May leaving Michigan? Like, we heard from Trey Wallace that talks between Dusty May and the Mavs have gone on when Michigan played in the Sweet 16. Why do you think it took this late for him to agree on a deal?
It's a good question.
I don't know. Well, the other thing I've read too was John Shire was Dallas's first choice.
Really?
Yeah, and he passed.
Oh, wow.
So then they went after Dusty. So that might be why there was a little bit of a lag too, because we don't know how long Shire might have danced with him. You know,
what would have happened there if the Duke job came open?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
true. Maybe Billy Buckets would have gone there.
They wanted Shire before May.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. I mean,
why do they want these college coaches? Wouldn't you want? Are there not good NBA assistants that are ready to step into these roles that have been in that league for a long time?
I think maybe they look at some of these highly successful college coaches as, okay, they're actually working with the money component now too, and they're, showing some level of success. So maybe it can translate over to the pro game. Even though
I agree with that.
There's heavier GM influence in the NBA, but still that might be a factor.
Yeah. So who are you guys pulling for in the Oklahoma and UNC game tonight in game 3?
I don't know, Joshy boy. I'm just kind of hoping for a good game, like our boy Wyatt Hanoyan said earlier on the show. I don't have part of me, and I'm not a root for the SEC guy, but I kind of like this Oklahoma story. Not the huge.
They had a really good run.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Tar Heels fan, so wouldn't it be the end of the world if Oklahoma won?
I'm kind of pulling for UNC because I saw the story yesterday on that first baseman losing his dad, and it would be really cool to see him get a national championship.
Well, we shall see.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Joshy boy.
He's too scared to ask you if you'd follow him.
I don't know. Maybe we ran out of time.